Check, 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 check. Oh, look it in. Check, 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 check. Hey, look at that. It works. Let's do this, Kotter and Marshall show. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Hop on that stream. Hang out with the Horde. Great group of people. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. As always, you can listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us on that in-home smart speaker. And there's always the website, rock1061.com. Marshall, good morning.
Good morning.
I really don't want to talk about the Atlanta Braves because I don't want to jinx them, but I really want to talk about the Atlanta Braves because last night, 9-2, they're up 3-1, one win away from the World Series.
Yeah, exactly. We shouldn't talk about it. Once it's real, once it becomes a real actual fact, like end of statement period, that's when we talk about the Braves being in the World Series. But at this point, yeah, we don't jinx it. Oh, is there a baseball team playing? I didn't know.
Now, we got the big guy coming on to talk football to break down this weekend.
Right.
Theoretically, he no-showed last week. I kind of want to ask him, though. I want to get his thoughts. What are the Braves' chances? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
He loved what was going down last night, that's for sure. If you follow the Big Guy Frank Sulkowski on Twitter, he was freaking out just a little bit. So, yeah, I guess we should maybe possibly bring it up. But will we jinx the Braves if we bring it up? I'm not for sure.
If they lose the next 3 games, it's our fault now because we talked about it.
Yep, kind of said that out loud. Damn it.
All right, coming up on the show today, I'm getting quizzed in the face. Ayron Jones is going to join us. He's in town Saturday night at District Live, top of the 8 o'clock hour. We talked to him. He's even going to play a song for us, an acoustic version of Mercy. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? 7 o'clock hour. What is the grossest job you have ever worked at? We'll take your calls, comments, and texts. Dr. Dre, we'll get to this and about last night. He and the ex-wife, the divorce, it's not peaceful.
It's hitting new levels of, oh, my God.
I got a story about a Utah cyclist. Also, Brian Laundrie. He is or was, I guess, the main suspect in the whole missing persons case. Human remains have been found.
Uh-oh.
Are they his? I don't know. We got that story coming up next. First, latest from Guns N' Roses. This is Hard School. Kotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Heather. Thanks for joining the live stream this morning.
What up, Heather?
Big show today. Big show today. Talking about grossest jobs, top the 7 o'clock hour. And we got a bunch.
We
a
did.
bunch of people. And we even had people who like connected over
Yes.
gross jobs who have never, ever met each other before. So really funny stuff we have going on with that. So we'll talk about the grossest jobs that you ever worked top the 7 o'clock hour.
Ah, crap. I got 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. What up, Rob? What up, Jeremy? What up, Charles? What the hell is so good about this morning? I don't know, man. You're alive. You woke up this morning. Oh, good Lord. I know this is going to be really devastating for everyone, but I did not get a nap yesterday, and I am feeling the ramifications of no nap Marshall. So hopefully I'm going to be able to power through the show today. I'll do it for you guys. But we do have a really fun show today. I'm excited about it. Hooking up the very last person with White Reaper tickets. They're going to be playing District Live tonight. Going to be handing those out. Ayron Jones, we had a chance to talk to him yesterday. He was great. Yeah. He was very, very cool. Better than I even expected. I mean, I didn't know a ton about him. You know, I kind of tried to do my best research going into the interview, but he blew me away just by how cool and chill he was. Yeah. He did the interview from like a hotel room. So it was pretty neat to have him on. So we'll air that back at the 8 o'clock hour. And then we also have the big guy, Frank Sulkowski from WJCL, joining us top the 9 o'clock hour to talk some good old American football, NFL.
All right.
Kotter, they finally found out what happened to Tawny Katane.
Oh.
What she died from.
Okay, hold that thought. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that after this. Story number 1 about last night coming up. Has the body of Brian Laundrie, the main suspect in the death of Gabby Petito, been found? Got that story coming up. Story number 1 about last night. Let's do a quick timeline of this whole thing. Everything that went down with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. They're traveling the western United States this summer, posting all over social media about their trip. All of that just kind of abruptly stopped in August, and then September 1st, Laundrie returned home all by himself.
Right.
So then Gabby's parents reported her missing 10 days later. Why do you wait 10 days? Is that a little weird?
Is there a rule where you have to wait a certain amount of time?
I don't think so, but 10 days seems long.
Yeah.
If my daughter's gone, her boyfriend's back, I think I'm reporting it right away. Anyway, Laundrie declined to cooperate in the investigation into her whereabouts. Her remains were found in a forest in Wyoming on September 19th. Laundrie went missing. Hadn't been seen by his parents in 37 days. And now it's being reported that human remains, along with items belonging to Brian Laundrie, have been found in the Carlton Reserve in North Point, Florida.
Well, I mean, this is kind of the way it was going to end, right?
I think we said it right when this story started. We're going to find his dead body in about a month and a half.
So there was a video that was captured on like a trail cam of some guy riding like a really bad, rickety blue bicycle. And everyone thought it was him. Well, his parents eventually led the FBI. They're like, oh, yeah, we forgot. There was this like crazy trail that he used to ride on. That just happened to be kind of where they found possibly his remains, but definitely his backpack and notebook.
Now, the remains were found in an area that I guess had been underwater until recently. And this is the area that when they first started the search, they were looking at. So they were in the right general area. I just don't know, if obviously the body wasn't there by then. But I guess it's in such condition that they can't exactly pinpoint it's him. It's going to take a little bit of time.
So it was actually and I'll screw this up, the Myakatachi Creek Environmental Park in Northport, Florida is where they found him. I mean, the most amazing part is he's somehow, and even if he's been dead for a while, he's eluded police a month and a half all this time.
Yeah.
All the technology we have, drones and heat-seeking stuff and all this stuff. We just found him after all this time, and he was hiding in Florida?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. I'm guessing we're going to find out death by suicide.
Right.
And so the biggest question is, how long ago did it happen, and how long has this area been underwater? Because, I mean, if it's been underwater for a couple weeks, I don't know how it works. So, I mean, maybe you just obviously couldn't find the body.
Yeah, and I think it takes the next couple of days, but it'll probably be confirmed that Brian Laundrie is confirmed dead after this entire weird national case that's gone way over the top.
Story number 2 about last night. A cyclist in Utah passed away after getting hit by the same car 3 times.
Right. Well, I mean, hit once and then ran over 3. times in a row.
We got that story next. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right, you had a...
Yeah, so Tawny Katane, I know you're a big fan. You did the Tawny Katane flip in the hallway one day.
I attempted it.
Broke your back. Tawny Katane, late actress who starred in Bachelor Party and whose personal life was filled with radical ups and downs, died from heart issues.
Okay.
Kind of weird. Last thing you kind of think, Tawny Katane's always been slimmer.
Yeah.
You always think someone maybe a little heavier is going to have heart issues, but apparently she died of heart disease and other contributing factors, including clogged arteries, antidepressants, sedatives, Tylenol, nerve pain medication, and opioids. So, heart disease, but it kind of sounds like she maybe kind of slightly overdosed.
Yeah.
As well when it comes to all the drugs that she was on. Antidepressants, sedatives, nerve pain, opioids. Yikes. And she died back on May 7th in Newport Beach, California. There was nothing found on the scene that suggested, nothing like kind of pointed to the obvious factor, but that's what it came out to be months later.
Morning, Rob, Jeremy, Charles, Wanda. Thank you for joining us.
Charles is a ray of sunshine, as you can see.
So, a couple days ago, Salsa Mark stopped by. He's not on the stream. Older gentleman says, doesn't get the whole internet thing, but he listens every day.
Mm-hmm.
He is Salsa Mark because he makes salsa, and some good salsa. He's dropped some off to you. I had some previously. So he asked me what did I want in my next bit of salsa, and he asked me, gave me some options. Like, ooh, pineapple sounds delicious. And he goes, do you want it spicy? It's like, Mark, you know me. Yeah, I want it spicy. I tried it last night. It is some of the spiciest salsa I've ever eaten before in my life.
Wow.
Now, I got home, and I was like, I'll have some chips and salsa for lunch. Nice, easy lunch. I maybe put in a half cup in the bowl just because I want to keep it easy. I didn't know how hot it was. I didn't finish the half cup.
Wow.
I was still feeling the effects of it when I got to work this morning.
Oh, good.
I thought I was going to have an accident on the way to work. This salsa completely wrecked my innards.
Wow.
Salsa Mark delivered. And, I mean, the taste is good. He does this weird spicy sweet thing. That was there again. The sweet wasn't as powerful as the last batch.
Why is that weird? I love spicy sweet.
I just not something I've had in salsa before. But it is so hot. It's so hot. I mean, and it's so good. So I ate it, and then I'm like, after a while, I'm going to regret this. I regretted it. It hit me hard. So hats off to Salsa Mark. The man delivered. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I wanted to know. He was a good guy. He actually, Marshall recommended him to me. So, super good guy. I reached out to him again the other day. I got a couple things need to get done in my house. So, yeah, very nice.
Talking about rents?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. So, on NFL side of news and everything, the Miami Dolphins, we're coming up on the trade deadline for the NFL. The trade deadline for the NFL is the 8th week, week 8? Yeah, so that's next week.
Okay.
So, Deshaun Watson obviously has not played this year. He still has all those cases going in Texas where he allegedly kind of is the worst massage user client of all time. But the Miami Dolphins are desperate, and they're kind of looking past that. And it looks like the Miami Dolphins could trade for Deshaun Watson apparently this week. They're saying it could go down this week. So trade deadline is November 2nd. So we're like a week and a half away from it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So they're like, well, that stuff happened in Texas. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Says via the Houston Chronicle, if the Texans and Dolphins are unable to consummate the trade this week, they want to get it done by the league's deadline. The Dolphins have been talking to the Texans about Watson off and on for months, and they have intensified into serious negotiations as of late after losing to the Jacksonville. So the Jaguars are to blame for Deshaun Watson going to Miami. After losing to Jacksonville this past week, their 5th consecutive loss, the Dolphins have been determined to finally execute the Watson trade. Apparently, they do not love Tua in Miami. They don't think he's the guy, only after a season and a half, and he's also missed some games due to injury. So looks like they're going to bring Deshaun Watson in and leave Tua on the bench for a couple of years, then probably shoot him off to whoever. But he currently has 22 active sexual assault cases against him.
That's
Deshaun
tough.
Watson.
That's tough, man. How? I don't know. That's tough. How do you do that? How do you do that?
Get 22 sexual assault cases.
No, well, that too. But I mean, how do you bring somebody like that onto your team?
Yeah. I mean, look, if they were cleared up,
Yeah, if it came out that it was all lies, but I mean, it's just like, I mean, I get it. You're innocent until proven guilty, but you get how many? 27?
22.
22? You get to a number and you're just like, maybe we should just lay off that guy for a bit.
Whew. I'm running on low today, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm chugging this sugar-filled energy drink this morning to kind of get back online, but I am having a rough one. Thankfully, we did a lot of work yesterday for the show today, so we don't have to worry too much about diving too hard into it. We're about to jump into the story about this Utah cyclist. His name is Warren Watanabe, 62. Well, he was. In Utah. He got hit a couple times by a car, and we'll talk about that next. Then we got a story about Dr. Dre. That is mostly just sickening.
The whole thing's just a mess between him and the ex-wife.
So production, and you'll love this, Kotter, production at America's biggest candy corn factory was
halted.
Yes. By hackers and haters. And the haters are thrilled. So at the Ferrara Candy, the company that makes Branch's candy corn, production impacted. It was targeted by hackers. They're still attempting to bring their systems online, but essentially they can't make any more candy corn at this point.
I mean, that's a decision they should have come to on their own initially. Should have been like, why are we making this garbage? I'm not a fan of them getting hacked. That's not cool. People work there. People need to make money. So that part's not cool. Any excuse not to make candy corn, though, kind of cool.
Well, more importantly, why are they still making candy corn in October? I mean,
that's a good question.
Yeah, shouldn't they all be done? Like, candy corn's done, guys. Move on to whatever other crappy candy we make.
That's a fair point.
Well, according to this news article, Ferrara Candy experienced a disruption in production earlier this month when hackers launched a ransomware attack. The company's still recovering from it. They also make Nerds, Laffy Taffy, and Fun Dip, as well as the Brax candies, which is like the pumpkins and the candy corn. Apparently, this one company makes 85% of all candy corn in America.
So we know where to shift our hatred toward.
Yeah. So I mean, these guys went for the heart when it came to candy corn.
All right, we got about a minute and a half. We'll get into story number 2.
Wanda said you're doing a little strip show on camera there. Oh, he took his hoodie off. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Whole lot of sex on that side of the camera today.
Keep going if you want. No, I won't. Nobody wants it. I know.
You can't just say it and take it back.
Well, I know the answer.
You just can't throw it out there.
Nobody wants it.
One of these people may actually want to see it.
My wife doesn't want to see it.
Oh, Wanda says, yeah, sexy time. Your wife has seen it for 20 plus years. She's sick of that shit.
She was sick of it after about 2 weeks.
There's only so many times you can see those large pepperoni nipples of yours.
Hey, my nipples are average.
Oh, yeah?
They're not large.
Show them off. let everyone else decide. But wait till there's like 20 more people.
I don't have large nipples.
Right.
Respectably sized nipples. Just saying.
Prove it. I say they're gigantic.
Yeah, I know.
They're like moon pies. You got moon pie nipples over there. People are like, what's Kotter like? I'm like, biggest nipples on this side of the Mississippi.
Moon pie nipples is why I fit in so well in the South. I was embraced instantly.
Actually, Kotter used to live another life where he was known as Moon Pie Nipples Kotter. In Western time. He rode a horse and everything.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. A cyclist in Utah has died after being run over 3 times by the same car. Got that story coming up next. About last night, story number 2, Warren Watanabe riding his bike in Roy, Utah. Now, he was then hit by a car that was pulling out of a parking lot. The car paused before driving forward, hitting him again. The driver, 77, repeated the maneuver and ran over Warren, who was lying on the ground. The woman then hit him a third time and backing over the victim.
I mean, what point do we need to take driver's license away from the older generation? Is there a year? 75 and over probably should stop driving?
My father-in-law is 85.
Right.
And you wouldn't know he was 85 if you just talked to him and hung out with him.
Hey, squirrely.
He can't drive. And he hasn't been able to drive for 10 plus years. I mean, over that. He should not be behind the wheel of a car. So I am all for, I think once you hit a certain age, it could be 70, I don't care, maybe younger.
Yeah.
Every year you have to get a driver's test. Maybe he hit 75 every 6 months. He hit 80 once a week. I don't know, but it is a little crazy.
So this 77-year-old woman was once again hit this poor man, Warren Watanabe, 62 years old. He was riding his bike, Roy, Utah. She hit him, and then she kind of backed up over him. And then she was like, oh, what was that? And then moved forward again. And then went back one more time. Then she's like, I am definitely running over something. Got out of her car, and she's like, oh, yeah, I sort of just murdered a guy.
She knew she hit something, and then she said she was trying to drive around it.
Right.
Which didn't go over very well.
No.
Warren was left with 14 broken ribs, kidney and liver damage, and wasn't able to breathe on his own. He died 5 days after this happened. Now, police in Roy are working with attorneys to decide if any charges should be brought, because obviously it was an accident. She didn't intentionally do it.
Right, but it was an accident that turned oddly malicious. So
she wasn't backing over him on purpose. I wouldn't call it malicious.
Right, but it wasn't just like once, Kotter. It was 3 times.
I get that.
It was 3 times. Now, and this guy, I mean, although he was 62 years old, this guy Warren from Utah, I mean, he had grandkids, family.
Yeah.
He loved spending time with them. He's out there getting his fitness on with his bike. And he just got destroyed by this woman. I would say there needs to be charges put up against her. Now, do they need to be? Do they need to be dropped eventually? Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but like just saying, something should happen here.
She should never drive again.
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously
they should take her license in front of her, shred it again, shred it again, set it on fire, and then somebody just needs to take a dump on it.
Well, they should bury this guy in her front yard then. she should remember every day what she did.
Well, I mean, the family stopping by the front yard. Yeah. We're just here to see Roy. Don't worry. Yeah. Roy's
she should have to like bring out coffee or something. Like seriously, she needs to run penance on this terrible thing she did.
You know what? I like that idea better than her just going to jail.
Yeah,
I'm okay with this.
Put him in the front yard.
I think I'm good with this. Yeah. All right, story number 3 about last night. Dr. Dre, he and the wife, this divorce is not going well. He got served papers about his divorce in a very, inappropriate position and place. We'll tell you where that was after the Glorious Sons. Here's SOS, Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Lots of nipple talk.
Good morning, Nipply.
Moon pie nips. Toppings goes, well, that's an awkward conversation to start in the middle of.
That pretty much sums up our show.
Yeah, we were just we're talking about Kotter's massively sized nipples.
They're normal nipples.
They went from pepperonis.
They're right here. Here.
If they were anywhere else, I would have an issue.
There's my nipple. That is a normal, average size American nipple.
It's too early. We're going to get kicked off Twitch now.
That is a normal nipple.
Once Twitch kicks us off here for nudity.
There you go. You're welcome, everybody.
Wow. And we suddenly got a lot more people that jumped on the stream. Hey, take your shirt off. We've been doing this shit all wrong. Take your top off. Talk about moon pies. Slowly eat something. Is there a banana around here?
Oh, God, no. There you go. Normal size nipples.
Everyone talk, please. Everyone chime in right now. Talk about how large his nipples were. If everyone could be just like, how gross and giant were those nipples? Charles said I just threw up my mouth. Agreed. Matt goes, I'm just getting here. What did I click on? Wait. wait, I'm just getting here. What does that mean?
He just got onto the
I
chat.
thought it meant something else.
Never mind.
I think Andrew's just dumbstruck. He wrote this. Yeah.
Some things cannot be unseen.
And here's the thing, just so you know, the camera adds about 20 pounds, so his nipples are egregiously fat.
They're huge.
They're thick. They're real thick.
The girthy?
Yeah, I would say your nipples for a 40-year-old man are kind of girthy. But just so you know, I mean, the camera, we also have them zoomed in, so they may have looked a little bit smaller.
Oh,
they
stop.
are gigantic.
Stop.
They are fucking gigantic, guys.
Want me to put my nipple up to your head so we can compare the size?
You're just putting up like different objects to your nipple. Like, look, they're totally small.
They're normal.
Cotter and Marshall debate nipple size for the next hour.
Shoot, that's funny. All right, 50 seconds. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
They're huge. Totally normal. Totally normal.
Marshall, how bad do we hate ourselves?
I mean, like on a day-to-day basis, I would say we hate ourselves at least a 6 out of 10.
All right. We'll get to it after this. 3 words. Bud Light Seltzer.
Okay. I mean,
More words.
we've tasted them before. They're right behind us.
Christmas. Holidays.
Oh, Christ.
Yep.
Christ.
All right, we'll get to that next. Hold on, guys. Dr. Dre got served papers, all with his divorce, while at his grandmother's funeral. This whole divorce with the ex-wife, Nicole Young, is not a pretty incident. I mean, she reported abuse in the past. They haven't gotten along in a very long time.
Right.
And, yeah, so a process server for his ex-wife attempted him to serve legal documents while at a cemetery while his grandmother was being laid to rest.
Yeah, so Dr. Dre was at a Los Angeles cemetery. He just put his grandma, and who helped raise him.
Yes.
He put her in the ground. He's walking back to his car, and that's when the process server's like, this is a good time. And he walked up to him. Dr. Dre looked at him in disgust, refused to take the paperwork, and jumped in his car and jumped out. Now, apparently that paperwork was due to some legal fees from his ex-wife. Now, he paid $325,000 to lawyers for his wife's, soon-to-be ex-wife's, legal fees. Now, apparently a judge said the legal fees were $1.5 million. Is this like a rich person problem type of thing?
Yes.
Because why would a divorce ever cost $1.5 million? And they're not even divorced yet.
Yeah.
Why has it costed $1.5 million to just pay legal fees at this point? That's ridiculous.
I mean, lawyers are expensive anyway, and now you have the high-end California lawyers. You got people who are going, oh, it's Dr. Dre. There is a crap ton of money for me to get. Let's charge him for absolutely everything. So, I mean, it seems ridiculous, but it doesn't at the same time.
Yeah, I guess, well, yeah, once again,
price.
Rich people problems, at least with the price. But, man, I mean, this is some brutal stuff with his ex-wife. Now, I'm guessing his ex-wife may have known that, grandma, died. And did she, tip him off to where Dr. Dre was? Did this process server, how would he have known that he would have been there? I don't know. But this seems like some lowball stuff from his ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, this was a message. I mean, this wasn't an accident. It's kind of like you hear the old stories when CM Punk got his termination papers from the WWE. It was delivered on his wedding day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like they knew that was happening. It wasn't a coincidence. This was like a big F you. And that's what this was. She knew where he was at. She knew what was going on. And it's just that bitter of a divorce.
Yeah, I don't know how he officially retaliates, but I would go nuclear on her. I would absolutely do everything I can to make life as comfortable as I can for her after a move like that.
Coming up next, going to give you details on how you score tickets for Welcome to Rockville. It's coming up here in a couple weeks. We got you hooked up. Details next. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. So Bud Light, obviously they did the flannel series.
Yeah, they did the flannel pack. We tasted them all on the stream. We did apple crisp, we decided the best, and there was maple pear, pumpkin spice, toasted marshmallow.
Well, they got a brand new variety 12-pack called the Ugly Sweater Pack. Now, they did this last year.
Okay.
But 3 of the 4 flavors are new.
Okay. Tell me more.
The only one that's returning is cranberry.
Sure.
But here we go. The 3 new flavors. Sugar plum. Cherry cordial.
Oh, I like that. I love cherry cordials.
Eggnog.
Oh. Why? I mean, eggnog flavored seltzer.
I like eggnog.
Yeah.
I don't mind eggnog.
I'm in. I want to at least try it.
They'll be available nationwide starting November 1st.
Wow.
We've got to get it. We're stupid.
Cam Cross, he hooked us up with the flannel pack. He works for the fine folks over at Southern Eagle. Pretty pleased with sugar on top. Please get us this. We don't want to pay for it. Max says, oh boy, bet there's a pine tree flavor. Just go light a bunch of Bath and Body Works candles and drink the wax. Yeah, big time.
Oh, Cam, yeah!
You're my boy, Cam. I love you. I love you, bro. Oh, man.
Charles, I think everyone should post a pic of their nipples on the Kotter and Marshall page.
That'll get us shut down real quick.
That's funny.
I'll probably get like a message from Twitch or something later, like, male nudity is not appreciated. One more offense, and you'll be forever damned to hell. All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Welcome to Rockville. Obviously, that show's coming up here in the next few weeks. Got a bunch of tickets we'll be handing out next week. Also, after we talk about that, which is here in a few, we're going to jump into the top of the 7 o'clock hour, getting into our question of the day. What is the grossest job that you've ever worked at? Straight up, what is the grossest job you ever worked at? If you got a great story you can share with us, please feel free to do so via the chat, or you can call us up, 1-800-394-1061. Text us at the same exact number.
I'm going to go prep my coffee.
Okay. Woo. Trying to get it going today. All right, so for Marshall's Music News later on today, I'm going to be doing a story on Rush's Neil Peart, who obviously has been passed away. They're doing something nice for him. Slash has got some new music we're going to talk about that's coming out. And then we'll talk about Silverchair. I don't think we've ever really talked about Silverchair on Marshall's Music News. We'll talk about how they may never get back together, which they broke up in 2011. And it's almost a decade later. And I was never really kind of expecting them to come back, but it'd be kind of cool, I guess. But they actually talked about never coming back and doing anything again. So we'll get some new thoughts on that from lead singer Daniel Johns. We'll talk about that in Marshall's Music News today. Excuse me.
All right.
So have you ever heard of Roger Wood Foods?
I have not, but I saw a couple comments there. But yeah, I hadn't heard of them.
So Roger Wood Foods was brought up twice in the grossest places to work on our question of the day via our social media. So no, I was just curious. It was kind of strange. Like people were like finding each other on our social media page talking about how gross that place was. Ooh, Andrew, thank you for your story, man. Appreciate that. Once again, we'll get to our question of the day here, top of the 7 o'clock hour, about 20 minutes from now. Sorry, guys. We're just getting ready for all the call-in stuff. Just getting all the comments and everything put together.
All right. Do you have a story?
For this one, I don't yet. I'm sure I'll think of something, but
Okay.
I've worked like 4 jobs my entire life.
I know. That's what I was trying to ask. Like, how many jobs have I actually had?
So, I mean, I was a paper boy to begin with. I did tassel corn, technically.
Yeah.
I was a
did
paper
that.
boy, and then I worked at Farm and Fleet, IGA, Kroger. Those are all teen stuff.
Right.
And then after that, I worked in radio, and I've worked in radio ever since.
Yeah.
I've worked in radio for like 20 years.
The tasseling, Country General, gas station, music or Walmart was next. No, I worked at Arby's once. This summer I went to Austin, Texas. I worked at Arby's for a summer. Then Walmart, Musicland.
You worked at Musicland?
I did.
Wait.
It's like Sam Goody.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not the Guitar Hero.
No. It's like
Guitar Center.
Yeah, no, it's like Sam Goody.
Okay.
So I worked there. Then I went to Ruttman Marketing, where
Oh, that was the call-in center.
call-in center, where if you had a brother fax machine back in the 90s, I would walk you through the steps on how to fix it. And then I got into radio. And then, some side gigs every now and then. But yeah, I've been doing radio for way too long. I think I'm technically 27 years in now.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
I'm let's see. I started when I was 20.
Yeah, I started when I was 18.
Yeah.
I got my very first internship that turned into a part-time gig at 18, and then I got the internship over at Rock 106. Not one, but Rock 106 in Peoria. And then I was there for free for about a year, and then they started paying me. So yeah, about 27 years.
Let's see. Andrew, once again, thank you. Andrew, once again, thanks for dropping your story in. Yes, Wanda, I just was reading yours. Extra gross. Okay. All right, that's all set.
All right, we got about 90 seconds. We'll get into details on how you can score tickets for Welcome to Rockville.
So much rock, so much Ville this time. Should they change the name of it? Because it's not in Jacksonville anymore. It's in Daytona Beach. So
Welcome to Rock Beach?
Yeah, Rock Beach.
Nah.
Rockin'.
Stick with Rockville.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
False advertising. There's no Ville. Although you would see a lot more man nip in Daytona Beach than you would Jacksonville, I believe. Outside of the stream today.
I know, right?
Yeah. I think Kotter's addicted to showing off his body now because I think Kotter just did a big old stretch, and I saw way too much.
You liked it.
Of his nether regions.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Who needs some tickets for Welcome to Rockville? We'll let you know how you can score those coming up next. Welcome to Rockville. It is basically the final big festival of 2021, going down, of course, Daytona Beach, November 11th through the 14th. The lineup is great. You get two nights of Metallica. You're getting some great stuff from Rob Zombie, Disturbed. Skinner's going to be there. Mudvayne returns. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Slipknot's filling in for Nine Inch Nails on that first day as well. So, this festival is loaded. And yeah, it is the last large-scale festival of the year when it comes to the rock and the roll Kotter.
Starting Monday, all you got to do to score tickets is listen up. Listen to the station. You do that anyway. Top of every hour, we're throwing down just some holiday theme or some Halloween themed music.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing it all week through Halloween on Sunday, but also at the top of the hour, going to give you a text to win keyword.
Right.
So when you hear that, you text it back to us, 800-394-1061. Get yourself in the running. And then Monday, November 1st, we're just going to draw a bunch of winners, all scoring 4-day passes.
That's right. So listen up starting next Monday for your chance to win yourself some Welcome to Rockville tickets. Beginning of every single hour. Listen up for that keyword for your chance to win.
All right, coming up next, we're going to take your calls, your comments, and those texts. 800-394-1061. What is the grossest job you've ever worked at? I mean, I guess you can interpret this in different ways. I mean, it could just be literally gross because you're dealing with, like, feces. You don't want that in your life.
Nope. A lot of poop stories.
It could be gross because your boss is just an a-hole. Makes you feel gross, just showing up every day.
What you could be doing is also gross. Maybe you're like shoveling, like manure, or maybe you're cleaning out pipes and you're finding interesting things in them.
So we want those stories. Give us a call, comment, and text. The number, 800-394-1061. What is the grossest job you have ever worked at? Your stories are next. It's Kotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for joining us early this morning. If you don't mind, do us a favor. You can call us up with your grossest job ever story at 1-800-394-1061. Text us to that same number. Or you can also drop your story into the chat. Mac would like to apologize to everyone for not saying morning when she always does every morning. She goes, Kotter was mistaking the show as an OnlyFans account, and it really threw her off. So,
hey, man, whatever you got to do to make a few extra bucks, I'm in. All right, grab my coffee. I'll be right back.
So later on today, ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of a big deal. The grand opening of the Palmetto Goodwill is happening in Bluffton. For Godfrey Place is the address in Bluffton. So if you're a little bored, want to get out of the house, go check out the new Goodwill, a great advertiser with our radio stations. We'll be out there with multiple stations, not Rock 1061. They don't like us. But they'll be out there with multiple stations today, starting at 9 a.m. all the way until 5 p.m. So there's free lunch from street meats and all sorts of other stuff. Plus, they've hidden gift cards all throughout their brand new store, this big, gigantic store. And if you go in there and just shop around, you may even find a gift card, just like hidden in like a pocket of a pair of jeans or something. So random and fun, but that's happening later on today. And I spent quite a few hours getting ready for that exact event that I will not be at.
Everybody else is.
Yeah.
You and I are like the only on-air personalities not there.
Yeah, we're the only ones not allowed.
They didn't invite us.
Not to even try to invite
Every
us.
other station. What about the rock guys? Nah.
Actually something that's very cool happening that I did get invited to that I will be going for a short period of time later on this afternoon. The Habersham YMCA, they're doing their trunk or treat event tonight.
Oh, nice.
So that's from 5 to 7. So I'm going out there. Our sister stations, G100 and Hot 98.3, will be on site. And I'm going out there to help set up everything, decorate, make it look real nice around 4 o'clock. So if you got the kiddos and you want to get out, do some early trick-or-treating, the Habersham YMCA is doing that event here in Savannah from 5 to 7.
Love a good trunk or treat. All right, so Nerdist.com put together a list, you being the horror movie aficionado. These are the best opening scenes in horror movies.
Wow, I wish I had time to do this shit, man.
I know, right? It'd be awesome. What do? I just write stupid lists. Number 10, It Follows. I've never seen It Follows.
Yes.
It opens with a girl running from her house in undergarments and heels from an invisible monster. She drives off to the beach where she meets her demise.
I do not remember that opening scene, but I've seen that film, so I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, sure.
Number 9, Get Out. It opens with the kidnapping of Andre. He's dragged into a man's car while the song Run, Rabbit, Run plays. That whole movie, I mean, more psychological than horror, but it is disturbing.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, it's such a good movie. Silence of the Lambs. Jodie Foster is seen running through the forest with ominous music. It's a shot from an angle like she's being watched. I don't know. Is that really that impactful?
I don't think so.
Number 7, The Hitcher. We actually talked about this when we were talking about movies the other day.
Oh, I think you've seen this and I haven't.
Such a creepy movie. C. Thomas Howell picks up a hitchhiker played by Rutger Hauer. And, well, it gets creepy. And the hitchhiker says he murdered the last guy that picked him up. That's reassuring. Number 6. This isn't a horror movie, but sure. Jurassic Park. The opening is I know. The opening is violent enough to count. Let's just say the transport of a velociraptor doesn't go well for a few. How is that even on this list, let alone at 6? Come on.
All right, I hate this list. Is there more?
Yeah, that was 10 through 6. Here's number 5. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors.
Oh.
Opens with Patricia Arquette and the concept of a dream within a dream. Her character thinks she's woken up from a dream, only to find her bedroom faucet handles are Freddy's claws as he cuts open her wrist. Number 4, Final Destination 2. The scene has probably caused freeway anxiety for anyone who's seen it.
The log scene.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Tree trunk loose in the back of a lumber truck on a highway, immediately crashes through the windshield of the car behind, causing a massive pileup. Number 3, the original Halloween. Young Michael Myers kills his sister while wearing a clown costume. That is a great open.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great movie. Number 2, Scream, the original. Drew Barrymore in the first phone call introducing Ghostface. The iconic line, "What's your favorite scary movie?" That was such a cool way to open the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the original film. I guess I didn't love it as much as everyone else.
I love the first
one. I'm somehow on the other side of that.
The rest of them are garbage, and I will go suffer through number 5 probably. Number 1, I know some people call this a horror movie, some people don't. I'm on more the side of don't, but it's just me. Jaws. Nothing like a skinny dip in the ocean that results with a great white attack and blood-curdling screams to kick off a movie. Is it a horror movie?
That's one of those things. It's the same conversation we have every year about Die Hard, right? Is it a Christmas movie? Is it not a Christmas movie? Is Jaws a horror movie? Is it not? I don't know. I don't consider Jaws a horror movie, but everyone else does. Yeah. Everyone that I've talked about is like, oh man, it's one of the best horror movies ever. I'm like, it's just a shark, man. Like, does the shark have lasers on its head? Does it have superpowers?
Be a shark with freaking lasers. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a horror movie. So, but there you go.
Interesting list. Also sounds like some shoddy work that I would put out. So now you know what I do on my extra time right there.
All right, this is funny. Okay. So social media, kind of cracking down on anybody posting, naked pictures, except for, me and my nipples.
And just so you guys know, if everyone shares our stuff right now and we get over, let's say, 50 people watching us, Kotter will go fully topless for 5 minutes.
No, it won't.
If we get over 50 people watching, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, so social media, will block accounts for posting nudity, even if the posts are non-pornographic.
Right.
So it's like where I get my tattoos, Honor and Grace. She does a lot of work for breast cancer survivors, where, they'll come in after the surgery, and then she will, tattoo nipples on.
Right.
And she'll post pictures like that to social media, and she's like, look, these are legitly just tattoos. Don't block, don't do anything. And every now and then she'll get flagged for it, but she's just, showing what she does. Okay. So there's an issue of nudes in fine art and whether they should be censored. In 2018, Facebook was mocked in Europe for censoring 400-year-old nude paintings from different Baroque painters. Now, a group of museums in Vienna, Austria, is so fed up with being censored on TikTok because of nude paintings.
Right.
They have started an OnlyFans account.
Yes.
A spokeswoman says the city's museum had their social media accounts suspended. Quote, Vienna and its art institutes are among the casualties of a new wave of prudishness, with nude statues and famous artworks blacklisted. We've had 3,000-year-old works of art censored on social media. Clearly, there is something wrong here. That's why we decided to put the capital's world-famous explicit artworks on OnlyFans. That's such a great idea.
Well, you can make a free OnlyFans. Like, you don't have to, pay, so they could just do that. That's good. Sometimes between your nudes, seeing some fine, nude art, I think is a good breakup, maybe, from your horniness.
That is such a great idea.
Yeah. I think that's what we should do, man. What? It's just all nip shots. We'll do an OnlyFans of the Kotter and Marshall Show page, and we'll just do pictures of you holding up moon pies, but like in different scenarios. Like, you'll be out in Savannah, out by the Waving Girl statue, just hold up moon pies. It's just that. I love it.
Robert, I agree. New Scream trailer looks promising. I thought so too.
Yeah, I thought it kind of looked cool. Yeah.
Here's my take. Here's what I wanted to see after once they went into sequels. I wanted Dewey, Arquette, David Arquette.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be the person behind the murders. Because the whole thing is he's an idiot. He's a bumbling doofus. He survives at the end somehow miraculously. Mm-hmm. I think if you tied him into it, because by the time you get to the second and third, it's just they're ridiculous. I mean, all horror movies are, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's really weak connecting everything, And it's like, I think if you had, because you're introducing characters that weren't in it, and now they're the killers. I think Dewey needed to be like the mastermind behind it.
So I think I heard from a recent interview that Matthew Lillard, who played in the first film, he was one of the two killers.
He was awesome.
I heard that technically he's not dead. He actually said in an interview that he's technically not dead.
Oh,
in the series.
I like this.
Something to the effect of that.
How did he survive?
I don't know. I
have to go back and watch.
I don't even remember the first film. I just remember, there's just a dude in a mask running around murdering people, which is every horror movie pretty much. But yeah, he said he's technically not dead. So take that as you will.
If Matthew Lillard shows up in the new Scream movie, I'm in.
Wanda says, I'll add the OnlyFans page payment to my monthly budget if he does nipple posts. How much do you think we get? What's the lowest price outside of free can you charge on OnlyFans? Like $1?
I don't know.
I'm Kotter. I'm a 46-year-old man.
Hey.
45. So
I've got a month.
Less than a month.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. It's the 19th, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You got less than a month, you old piece of shit. I will give you one nipple picture a day of me holding moon pies to my nipples for $1 a month.
And there's somebody's gonna go, "You okay?"
Yeah.
I like moon pies.
You would make ones of dollars every month. You would make ones of dollars every month. It'd be incredible. All right, guys, we're going to be diving into the top of the 7 o'clock hour here in like 5-ish minutes, giving you an opportunity to tell us about your grossest job ever. If you got a story that you want to share with us, feel free to call us up, 1-800-394-1061. But our question of the day is, what is the grossest job that you've ever worked? Go ahead and share those stories with us. Call us up. Leave your story in the messages here on the stream. Text us at that same number I just mentioned a few seconds ago, and we'll go from there.
I think my trivia game, I think my trivia game today is kind of hard. Just FYI.
Well, everyone's been taking me on, so apparently I'll be doing that game. Let's see. I think the game that we'll play today is my number one game. I've got 3 written here, and it is definitely, I would say it scales on the harder side, but I wouldn't call it overly hard. Like, I think it's a minimum 3, possibly 4. Anything over is good for you type of situation.
Okay.
Wanda says, moon pies and RC cola drinks along with nips sounds like a backwoods fantasy to some mountain folks.
Did they get the internet in those mountains?
Hope they do. Hope they do.
Good morning, Holly.
So I haven't had a chance to play video games a lot over the last, week or so.
Right.
But I just started playing a new one. I played about an hour. It was earlier this week, and it's a new Metroid game, Metroid Dread.
Okay.
It's on the Nintendo Switch. It is so hard. It's a lot of fun, but it is one of the harder games I've played in quite some time. It is sort of brutal.
Is it, because Metroid is an old school game from back in the day. So
yeah.
Is this a souped up version of that, or is it kind of the same sort of look?
It's kind of that 2D, like the original Metroid games, you would just like side scrolling type of thing, and that's what this is, but it's like this massive map.
Okay.
And they've just decided to crank up the difficulty of this game, and it is a mother trucker. I have died at least 24 times.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not nice to you at all. All right, maybe we're in a hoodie today. It was a little bit of a mistake.
It's hot now.
Yeah, it's getting warm in here.
Just thinking, I mean, we got to go check the air because I'm guessing it's not on.
How much time we got?
We got plenty. If you want to go look at it,
Yeah.
because I'm guessing it's not on because it's been cooler.
Always cooler and pooler.
Want it? They must. I've seen Appalachian folk on TikTok. Hell yeah! Know where my bread and butter is for this OnlyFans account. All right, guys, under 4 minutes, going to get into our call, comment, and text segment. What is the grossest job you have ever worked at?
It's set to 75.
Who does that?
Some monster.
Yeah, we're the only ones going to be here today, so F it.
Yeah, I dropped it down to
69?
69. I can't help myself.
Nice.
I can't help myself. Ooh, Phil, thank you for dropping that story in, man. Also extra gross. You know what's funny is, like, if you would tell me, like, oh, my own house is set at 75, I'd be like, that's pretty low. But if I get to work and I see 75, I'm like 69 every time.
Dude, first thing I do when I go into any hotel room is crank on the air.
Oh, absolutely.
As low as I can go. And I will let that bitch run the entire time I'm there. And I'll love it. At home, 77. Because my wife is cold-blooded, so.
When you go into hotel rooms, and I wonder if everyone else does this, I immediately do the air conditioning and I turn the television on, moderate level. I like to come into my room with the TV on and lights on.
I leave the lights on, 100%.
Yeah. I don't want to come in like in the middle of the night and let's say I'm a little drunk, because that's the last thing I kind of want to do. I don't want to get murdered.
Yeah.
And it's a room I'm not super familiar with.
Right.
There could be someone in the corner. So I want the lights on, air down.
Yeah.
And then I want the television on. I want some sort of ambience noise kind of in the background. Do you do that? Are those the three things you do?
Air conditioning and lights, yes. And I leave the lights on when I go out. I don't turn the TV on when I leave. But I will say, when it comes to the TV in the hotel room, for whatever reason, if I have time in the hotel room, if it's like when I went to Arkansas and I just had time to kill before I met up with my kid for family weekend, I will watch movies that I would never watch on a regular basis. You know, would just never watch at home.
Yeah.
It's like I saw Drumline at a hotel once. Why? I don't know. Got sucked into it. And I watched the whole damn thing. I was watching, what is the Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish movie, Night School?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, why not? It was on. So for whatever reason, I will get stuck like on TBS when they're showing those, just the comedies that they have that you don't watch any other time.
Right.
I will watch any of those at a hotel. Why? Don't know.
Ooh. Get a little freaky. Get a little freaky when the wife's away from you.
Yeah, so freaky. All right, we've got about just over a minute.
Wanda says we keep it at 71 during the day. Jesus. At night, 68 to 66 because we want it freezing.
I wish. See, it's the point now where we open up our bedroom window at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, air's off at night, bedroom window's open. But, yeah, during the summer, 77. I can get it down to 76 every now and then, but my wife is so effing cold all the time that I can't.
Yeah, during the heat of summer, it's 78 in my house during the day. Lots of fans on. But at night, I crank it down to 74. And that's usually what I do.
Yeah.
And I have a fan on.
Always have a fan on.
I got to have a fan. I got to have the swirling noise of a fan.
All right, we got 30 seconds. I really don't have a story here.
Neither do I, because like we've just been blessed, #blessed about working in radio. So I've got 5 just from the stream.
Okay, good.
So let me start off just by I'll touch upon the parent thing, and you can kind of hit on that.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll go back and forth on a couple. Be right back, guys. What is the grossest job you have ever worked at. Hit us up, 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out today. You're missing a lot if you're not on the stream today.
Partial nudity. I'll throw that out there.
Just saying.
Did one of us go topless for a minute? Maybe.
Just saying. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You ever needed a reason to check out the stream? That was it.
Did someone possibly see the largest nipples on a set of a 45-year-old man ever? Possibly everyone watching the stream.
I have respectable size nipples.
Really?
Yes.
And you're just going to continue on with that.
I'm going to continue and stick with that.
And we're not going to talk about the third nipple. And we're just going to forget that you have a third nipple?
I like to forget about the third nipple.
Okay.
It just gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, let's just pretend that doesn't exist. Okay, cool. Well, all right, Kotter, our question of the day today, outside the nipple talk, maybe that's something we can get into one day on the show, but our question of the day is, what is the grossest job that you've ever had? And the Rock 106.1 and Kotter and Marsh Show communities have really showed out here because we have definitely gotten some stories. Now, one of them being from the stream.
Yeah.
Tony has dropped this story, and I think you'll relate to it a lot. Said the grossest job ever is being a parent to any human under the age of 5.
Yeah.
I've had urine, vomit, feces, and more bodily fluids on me than I could ever imagine. I've cleaned it from areas of my house, public, and other people. How does that happen? Most of the time, the little body that it came from is screaming at you at all times as well. That is probably the grossest job, being a parent. Kotter, I'll let you talk on it, being a father of 2.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with this, especially like in my situation. I didn't hang out with small children or babies prior to becoming a dad. So it's not like it was something I even remotely had a grasp on. And one of the first times I changed my oldest kid was on the changing table, had the diaper off. I thought all the business was done. It was a cannon of poop. A cannon of poop. So it was backed up into the corner of the room. So the business end of the kid was maybe 1.5 feet from the wall. It splattered the wall.
Right.
And I'm backing up like, what is going on right now? It's like the scene in Alien when the alien pops out of the chest. I expected that to happen to my kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you bazooka that much stuff out? And on one time, I was cleaning the walls of feces.
Well, here's the thing for me. I'm stunned that you were stunned, because as a grown man, even at that time, how old were you?
24.
For a man who probably drank a fair share of Bud Light and chili on the same days, I mean, you know how feces can launch a 1.5 feet. I mean, I remember one night where I had a bowl of chili and drank like a case of Budweiser, and I felt like I easily could have thrown a good 20 yards. I was the Peyton Manning of feces, the Tom Brady of feces, hitting my wide receiver open in the flat, just with some poo.
Yeah, no, being a parent is it should be on Dirty Jobs. It should be one of those. He should have done an episode of that.
Yeah.
Wanda hit us up on Facebook. She said, I worked as a CNA. I worked in several different nursing facilities. I've cleaned poop that was dripping off beds to the floor. I've had poop thrown at me. I've seen bed sores so big and deep, your fist could fit in them.
Oh my God.
I've seen so many people die. I've walked up to residents who have died just sitting in their seats. I've even smelt death. This is a profession that is not for everyone.
No,
I couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't do it.
There's no way I could do that.
We're little princesses over here in the radio studio. We talk for a living, man. I could not do that extra gross. But I got another one for you.
Okay.
This one's coming from Andrew. Once again, coming from the stream. We stream the show every single day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So please just search the Kotter and Marsh Show. Throw us a like. Throw us a follow. Andrew sure did. And Andrew's story, just wait for it. He said, I worked at a diesel truck shop repairing big trucks. One of our accounts was a trash company, and we had to fix the garbage trucks. Pretty common. Yeah. He goes, I was playing underneath a garbage truck at 7:30 in the morning. Not fun. Just dripping everywhere were maggots.
Oh!
And 6 inches of sludge, dirty diapers. Just nasty. Oh, my God.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's yep. We're starting the morning off like this, guys. This is happening.
What is the grossest job you have ever worked at? Now's the time for those stories. 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. There's Volbeat, Shotgun Blues. More of your stories next. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 1061. That's disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody else, and just kind of to tie to that, somebody else was doing something with garbage as well. And they said, where is it at? Oh, here we go. Worked on garbage trucks. One time, found maggots in my pocket. Oh.
Wow, Sandy's got a great story. Mama Cita, thank you so much for dropping that story in. Fantastic story there. What up, Andrew? Thanks for joining the show this morning. Oddly, a lot of your stories just include poop.
All right, got about 3 minutes. I can kick it off with Renee's story here.
Renee LaSalle, I love her.
Renee Howard.
So I got a story from Sandy.
Okay.
That I would like to bring up here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Andrew's got a tale. Not a literal one, but a story.
Okay, so I can read Renee's. You can do one of those. I got another one, and then.
Do you have a good out? A good out story?
Let me look. This one is completely unique. It's very short, but it's unique. From John Simmons. We can do that.
Did you see Jeremy Haveman's on the Kotter and Marshall page? Jeremy's the pool guy, Jeremy?
No. Did he post it this morning?
No, he posted it last night. It's just on the Kotter and Marshall page. You may have just not pulled it, but it's a good one.
Okay.
You all right over there?
Yeah.
Are you just talking shit to the computer right now like it's going to do something for you?
I am.
Your mother was a whore, computer. No one respects you in this building. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Our question of the day is, what's the grossest job that you've ever worked at? We've got some great stories coming up. I'm going to bring up, I'll save Jeremy's for the last break, but I'll...
Haverman's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. So you'll start it off?
Yep.
I'll do Sandy's story because it's a little different. It's more on the dental side.
Okay.
And then you got a story that you got an out on?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's short, but it's unique.
Okay. Can we kind of go off on it, or is it just kind of a...
I don't know if we can really go off on it. Let's see. I've got a short side story I can share along with it.
Okay, yeah. Do that.
Okay, 20 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. What is the grossest job you have ever worked at? Hit us up now. Call, comment, and text. 800-394-1061. Got some great stories this morning. The call-in topic, what is the grossest job you have ever worked at? Renee hit us up on Facebook. The rat house at a snake farm.
What?
I know.
No, is that a real place?
I guess.
A snake farm?
A snake farm.
No.
She said loved the snakes. Felt bad for the rats. The worst part was the ammonia smell. It would seep into everything. Your clothes smelled like ammonia. Your hair smelled like it. You reeked when it left. It was so bad. But I loved that job?
Well, yeah, because you're a psychopath and you would feed rats to snakes all day.
Well, they gotta live.
Right.
You gotta
Well,
feed the snake.
one lives when one dies. I mean, do you think she threw the rats in there? She's like, you're not going to believe what happens next. Just throws this in. Let's go to the death party. Let's go to the death party. Yeah, Renee's kind of a psychopath, but you know what? We still love you, and thank you for chiming in on our Facebook. Once again, our question of the day is, what is the grossest job that you ever worked at? Now, Sandy chimed in on the stream this morning. She said, grossest job? I was a dental assistant. Very early on in my life. During my internship, a man came in and opened his mouth, and I almost passed out. His mouth was bloody. Teeth were rotten. Gums were rotten and pussy. The odor was absolutely, unbelievably, overwhelmingly gross. She goes, I called for another assistant to take over, and I quit that day. Kotter is just stunned.
So, your wife does this.
Yeah, my wife is a dental hygienist. Yeah.
Has she ever run into anything remotely close to this?
Well, I asked my wife last night, because usually I like to ask her, we go on walks and stuff, and I'm like, hey, here's our question of the day. And she goes, obviously, dental hygiene is the grossest job. And she goes, I've seen it all. Like, she's told me about, possibly, she's told me about, allegedly, she's told me about clients that have come and seen her, possibly, whose teeth are essentially barely hanging on. And people are just so crazy about it. They don't even know that that's happening to them, that there's like, how there's that and it's called calculus, but it's like that white hard stuff up by the top of your teeth by your gums.
Yeah.
She said that she would like clean that off and a tooth would fall out because that was the only thing, like essentially garbage was the only thing holding teeth in people's mouths sometimes. So yeah, that happens on a daily basis, and the odor can be absolutely disgusting. I mean, she's like, some people would come in and not brush their teeth, and she said she would shoot out like with their little tool, like their breakfast. She'd see toast and scrambled eggs and stuff, and if you can imagine the smell of that, yikes!
You guys are doing God's work. I couldn't do it. All right, John, on the medical side of things as well. This is one of those things you never think of. Grossest job you've ever had, call, comment, and text. John hit us up on Facebook. Medical incinerator plant.
Oh.
They don't bury amputated limbs.
Well, I mean, what else are they going to do with them?
They're going to burn them.
Really?
So he worked in this place that burned and incinerated amputated limbs.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine what that had to smell like?
Oh,
my mother-in-law, when she was younger, worked for a place that cremated bodies.
Right.
And she said the smell of that would just get to you on a daily basis.
Well, something that I don't think everyone knows, too, is like funeral homes, when they burn bodies, they do it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5, because black smoke will bellow out of the top of funeral homes.
You don't want to see it.
Yeah, you don't want to see it at all. And there's one really close to the radio station, and I see the smoke coming out of it sometimes when I'm driving in. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one like right around. You don't know that?
No.
Fox and Weeks is right here.
Okay. Yeah. I did. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're burning bodies in there, man.
Damn.
I know. It's happening this close to us.
I'm real creeped out right now. Grossest job you've ever worked at. Hit us up. 800-394-1061. More of your stories coming up. It is Kotter and Marshall. Rock 1061.
Ooh.
Yeah, my mother-in-law. So, yeah, she worked for a place where they cremated bodies. And she, I don't remember if she asked or if they just let her, but she got to push the button, fire up the.
Oh, that's nice.
Fire up the oven one day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if they ever did a field trip for kids. All right, guys, we're going to incinerate some bodies. Press the button. Why does that man have such large nipples? Will it take longer for it to burn? Oh, man, that'd be funny. Not your death, just your incinerating. Oh, man.
So just chalking it up to, weird, pointless holidays. So today's International Nacho Day, but that's not its technical name. I love its technical name better. It's the International Day of the Nacho.
Tell me more.
And then she's got some stupid facts. 81% of people love nachos. Another 17 say they like nachos. Only 2% don't like nachos.
If you don't like nachos, stop listening to our show.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, nachos are incredible.
1 in 4 people have eaten a full plate of nachos or more in one sitting. Well, yeah, duh. Favorite nacho toppings. What are your favorite nacho toppings?
Give me jalapenos.
Okay.
I prefer, if possible, like some shredded pork. Don't give me beef. I'm not for it. Steak sometimes can be too chewy.
Yeah.
Chicken or shredded pork, preferable nacho proteins. And then obviously, not chili. Throw some nacho cheese on there. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. In order, according to this poll here.
Sour cream.
Favorite toppings. Cheese is first. Makes sense. Ground beef. Guacamole.
Yeah.
Sour cream.
Okay.
Jalapenos. Salsa.
Yeah.
And then beans.
No beans. Yeah, I'm out on beans. Don't give me beans. Don't give me beans on my nachos.
And 3% of people say they only eat nachos when they're drunk.
It is a great drunk food.
That's a perfect drunk food.
Philip says, can confirm dentistry is a disgusting job. The amount of dentures that I see with just yellow, orange, and green, black colored slime from people's mouths is amazing. But I always say they didn't take care of their actual teeth, so why would they take care of their fake teeth? Agreed.
Sandy came in, Mamacita, seafood nachos.
Ooh.
As much as I love seafood, and I love shrimp, love all of it, I'm not a big fan of like shrimp tacos, shrimp nachos. It's just not my thing.
Hi, Stacey.
Hey, Stacey.
Right, or you would be walking, and that would be bad. Yeah. Yeah. I looked at the gas yesterday, but I didn't know that you would need gas the entire time. So you may actually need to throw some gas in there. Just a heads up. I'm probably on the way there. Just a heads up. Shell station right there, yeah. Yes, yeah, across from Choose. Yeah. Have fun.
See ya.
Seafood nachos. I put seafood nachos kind of in the same classification as like a lobster mac and cheese. Like seafood doesn't really need to be on those type of dishes. Seafood speaks so well by itself. I don't need it on top of something else.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree with that.
Plus, they always charge like like regular mac and cheese is like $7.
Right.
Lobster mac and cheese is $14.
I know.
Is lobster that important? And lobster, although delicious, really doesn't add that much to mac and cheese.
100%. So I had lobster mac and cheese for the first time when I went to, we talked about a few days ago when I spent way too much money on the 6-pack of Mexican cake for my birthday. So when we went to Westbrook to pick it up, they had a food truck and they had lobster mac and cheese. And I'm like, I love lobster, love mac and cheese. I'm in.
Yeah.
No, it was a waste. You really can't. Yeah. There's so much cheese in it. You totally miss out on the lobster.
Yeah, you already get the sweetness from the mac and cheese. You don't get any sweetness from the lobster. It just feels like, I don't know, tofu, essentially, at that point. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I agree.
Sean says, I made pulled pork tacos last night with the pork I smoked this weekend.
That sounds delicious.
See, I love it. I'm eventually going to become a smoker guy, and then I'm just going to smoke like a big thing of meat, which I'm sure is the technical term, and I'm just going to make different dishes every night of the week.
I think it's a great idea. Buddy Mike Helmuth is a big smoker, but he also recently bought like one of the big flat top griddles.
I love those things.
Dude, when I got my grill, I had to have the flat top griddle. I use that all the time. It is awesome. But he got one of the big ass ones.
Yeah.
And he's out there making all these like cheese steaks and making these killer breakfast burritos. And now I'm like, I want one of those now too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, paneled in. There's my smoker. There's my grill. There's my flat top griddle. Ugh.
All right. So how much time do we got before we go back on the air here?
We still got about 4 minutes.
Okay, cool. So let's see.
And we'll obviously go right in to soliciting.
Right into the Triv.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Rhett. Morning. Go Braves. We have decided not to talk about the Braves, except for once on the show. Rhett, just so you know, we're going to talk to the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, when he comes on at 9 a.m. to do the big guy breakdown. We're going to talk about the Braves there because we feel like we're going to jinx it. We're up 3-1 in the series.
Yeah, something like that.
But that's it. We're not going to talk about the Braves anymore.
Yeah.
Because we're going to jinx it.
Big guy is it.
Sean says, here's a request. Can anyone snag me a 6-pack of Yingling Hershey's Porter?
Oh, yeah.
Would you not get Yingling in Minnesota? And I want to try the damn Porter. Yeah, when I see it, man, I'll grab it for you.
It's pretty good. I think we reviewed that a while back.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, way back.
Yeah.
Tony says, ingredients you need on nachos: cheese, fresh jalapeno, black olive, sour cream, guacamole,
Ooh.
Squeeze some lime over it. I love that.
Yep.
Chicken, corn salsa, and pico. That is honestly my preferred.
That's good.
Yeah, that is my preferred nacho there. No beans? Yeah.
We do so we'll do like instead of corn salad, we'll do like street corn. So it's like a street corn sauce in with like, just loose corn kernels instead of like on the cob.
Okay.
Throw that on there with that sauce. Oh, so good.
Okay. I like that. So I've got a story from Rhett about being a cop is the grossest job. I like that one. Sean also dropped a story about swingers into his story, so I like that one as well I can share.
Okay.
What else? Tony says, have we done top 5 of Mexican food? We really haven't. We should.
Yeah, I agree.
Rhett says, I picked up some Leinenkugel Oktoberfest yesterday.
I'm not a big fan of Leinenkugel in general.
What's the Leinenkugel beer that tastes like Fruity Pebbles? What's that one called?
I don't know.
They still make that Sunset Wheat or something,
Maybe.
I think. I like that one.
Yeah.
I generally don't mess with Leinenkugel outside of that. Is today free Taco Bell day? Oh, it is, Kotter, right? Remember you said that yesterday.
This morning, yep.
Yeah, go through Taco Bell, one free taco thing per person. What is it, toasted grilled burrito or something?
Like that. All right, so we got about 90 seconds. All right, so you said you had several?
Yeah, I've got Swingers Club and Dead Body.
Okay.
I can end on either of them if you want.
Yeah, and so you do one of those. You start. I'll do Jeremy's. You finish on the other one, and then we'll move into the solicit.
Okay.
We have what, White Reaper?
Yeah, last day of White Reaper. White Reaper plays tonight, District Live, downtown Savannah. All right, cool. I'll end on Swingers Club. I won't end on something dead. So
okay.
You want me to go? So Dead Body, you Swingers Club. Gotcha.
We can also. I got a pair of tickets for the show tomorrow at Southbound, that metal show. We can throw those in there as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's double it up.
I like it. And I just got to get the winner's info to what's his face. So let's put him on the guest list.
Very technical terms we're using this morning.
All right, 30-ish seconds.
Is there a reason why Taco Bell's giving all this taco? Is it like someone hit a homer or something in the World Series?
I don't think it had anything to do with that.
Anyway, you get a free toasted grilled Taco Bell burrito, breakfast burrito, if you run through their drive-thru or go in the stores today, guys, just so you know. That's what we were told. Kotter will find that story, and he'll drop it into the chat.
Yeah.
Just so you guys can have the info.
All right, we're going to, I'm going to mix it up. I'm not going to do Jeremy's. We got one on the text I'm going to use instead.
Okay, cool.
All right, be right back, guys. We're taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning, 800-394-1061. What is the grossest job you have ever worked at?
Our good buddy Rhett from the stream has chimed in, a member of our horde. He says, grossest job for me? A cop. The smell of a 2-week-old dead guy / gal who passed in their chair decomposed does not smell good. Also, when people pee themselves in the back seat or puke on the way to the station, that's pretty gross as well. Yeah, I preferably if I'm a cop, I mean, how do you deter someone from puking or taking a little tinkle in the backseat of your car? Do you just say pretty please? Is there a way for them not to do that?
No, I mean they're mad, they're riled up, they're going to do whatever they can just to get back at you. Mm-hmm. Now, how are you stopping them?
Yeah,
not stopping them.
Do you just play some like children's music, just calm them down? Do you sing lullabies to
Maybe.
them? I don't know.
Meredith hit us up with a text. She said, "You guys killing it this morning. Work at a daycare. You name it, I've seen it. My favorite," and she said favorite, "are projectile vomiting, poop, painting, and the best, lice or worms."
What?
You're dealing with kids. Lice is an issue.
Okay, I've never owned a child. Do you deworm them?
That's a stellar question. I don't know.
Yeah, so isn't it like people are using ivermectin to cure themselves of COVID? If you're going to use that on yourself, give some to your kids. Just deworm your kids at the same time.
Marshall is not a doctor. Please do not follow anything he says.
Just do it. Let's see what happens. Then give them a popsicle or something. I'm sure they'll be fine. All right. Got another one here from the stream. Sean popped in. He's a member of the Horde from Minnesota. Watch this every single morning. He said, grossest job? Probably the Walmart in Sebastian, Florida when I lived there. Just gross customers and coworkers. Also, it was basically a giant swingers club.
What?
Other than that, haven't really done much gross stuff. All right, what is happening where a Walmart turns into a swing mart?
Well, I mean, you've got, the clientele, probably up on the older end of things.
Do you think they talk on Facebook like, "Hey, I'll meet you by the chocolate milk.
Maybe
3:00 if you're into doing some freaky stuff."
it looks innocent. You're just you're just meeting up with a buddy at Walmart. You're just going off to get freaky. I don't know.
And are they getting freaky in Walmart? Are they going to the bathrooms?
I'm going to say no.
You ever walked into a Walmart bathroom? I have twice, and then I realized that's a bad mistake. That's a terrible mistake.
All right, thank you to everybody for helping us out this morning. Great stories, grossest jobs ever. If you got one you want to hit us up, you can text it in. You can also hit us up on the chat. Right now, we got to play some trivia. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? We got tickets for White Reaper. They're going to be at District Live tomorrow night.
Tonight.
No, tonight. I'm sorry. Tomorrow night, we've also got tickets for a metal show put on by the guys over at Aurafest. It's going down at the Southbound Brewing Company, so we're doubling up today's contestant. 2
prizes just for you if you're the very first caller. So call us right now. The number, 1-800-394-1061. If you're that first person, you score tickets to both of those concerts. Also, you get to play trivia against one of your favorite dudes in the world.
All right, are you smarter than a community college dropout? It's next. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, let's go. Let's do some trivia, folks. 1-800-394-1061. Friendly reminder, too, welcome to Rockville tickets. We got those all next week, so listen up. Top of every hour for your chance to win. We'll talk, I think, about that again.
Yeah, we'll hit that.
Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour.
So I think we've learned White Reaper. People don't care.
People don't really care for White Reaper.
I didn't stick around and watch their whole set, but I was walking kind of by their stage. They played ACL when I was down in Austin.
Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, it was a fun band. I mean, it was one I'm like, all right, I could see them live.
They're a little more alty, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it was cool.
Andrew says, what about Ayron Jones tickets? Andrew, that show's this coming Saturday, and you know what? I may have an extra pair for you. I'm actually putting together all the lists today for White Reaper and Ayron Jones, so if I have an extra open slot for you, I will put you on the guest list if I can. But just remind me tomorrow. So you just gotta watch. You gotta watch the show, man. Hang out.
Oh, there we go. Rock 106.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Steve.
Hey, Steve. How's it going, man?
Good, Kotter. How you doing?
Doing good. Who do you want to take on today, myself or Marshall?
I think I want to take on Kotter.
All right.
Ooh, I love that.
I mean you.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say good luck.
All right, Kotter, here are your soundproof headphones. Kotter is going today for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. What was your name again?
Steve.
Steve, all right, here's the deal. 7 questions, 60 seconds. No matter what, we're still going to hook you up with tickets to both of these shows that we just talked about. You've already won those by being the first caller in. So once again, 7 questions, 60 seconds. If you don't know the answer, feel free to say pass. There are a couple multiple choice questions. I'll let you know when we hit those. Other than that, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. What is infantile paralysis more commonly known as?
Infantile paralysis?
Yep.
Pass.
Question number 2. In which 1984 film did Ralph Macchio and Elizabeth Shue star in?
Karate Kid.
That is correct. Question number 3, multiple choice. What country is Danish Island a part of? Is it Greenland or Ireland?
Greenland.
Incorrect. Question number 4. Which planet is named for the god of war?
Is it Sirius?
Incorrect. Question number 5. In Disney's Dumbo, what kind of animal is Dumbo's only friend?
A mouse.
That is correct. Question number 6, multiple choice. What year was Alfred Hitchcock born? 1901, 1899, or 1910?
1910.
Incorrect. And your final question, what state was inhabited by the Calusa Indians?
I want to say Calusa. Colorado.
Incorrect. Steve, Sorry to say, you only got 2 out of 7 today, but don't worry about it. You've already won tickets, Kotter. Steve got 2 out of 7 today.
All right.
It is a difficult quiz, I think.
All right.
Steve would definitely say that.
All right, Steve, we're going to put you on hold. Hang tight.
It is, yeah.
We'll be right back to you, man. Okay.
All right, Kotter, same question, same deal. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Question number 1. What is infantile paralysis more commonly known as?
Pass.
Question number 2. In which 1984 film did Ralph Macchio and Elizabeth Shue star in?
Oh, Karate Kid.
That's correct. Question number 3 is multiple choice. What country is Danish Island a part of? Greenland or Ireland?
Greenland.
Incorrect. Question number 4. Which planet is named for the god of war?
Oh, man. Mars?
That is correct. Question number 5. In Disney's Dumbo, what kind of animal is Dumbo's only friend?
A mouse.
That is correct. Question number 6 is multiple choice. What year was Alfred Hitchcock born? 1901, 1899, or 1910?
I'm going to go 1899.
That is correct.
Oh, crap.
And your final question, loads of time left. What state was inhabited by the Calusa Indians?
Calusa Indians? Minnesota.
Incorrect. You take the win today, though, 4-2.
Steve, I eked that out on 2 guesses. That was a stupid hard quiz, man.
That was a hard one.
All right, Steve, can you give me your last name real quick?
Yeah, Coover. Coover.
Okay, perfect. All right, so for the tickets for Southbound, you're just going to be on a guest list. They're doing a metal show tomorrow night. It starts at 7:30. If you want to go, it'll be you and a guest. You'll just go to the door, show your ID, and you'll be good to go there. Marshall's got information about the White Reaper tickets.
Yeah, Steve, I'll call you after the show, but pretty much the same exact deal as guest listed. But we'll call you after the show and get you all set up.
Very good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Steve.
it, man.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
See ya.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and go over the correct answers for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia. What is infantile paralysis more commonly known as? Polio.
Oh, that makes sense.
Question number 2, in which 1984 film did Ralph Macchio and Elizabeth Shue star in? That would be The Karate Kid. What country is Danish Island a part of? That would be Ireland. Question number 4, which planet is named for the god of war? Mars. Question number 5, at Disney's Dumbo, what kind of animal is Dumbo's only friend? A mouse. Question number 6, multiple choice. What year was Alfred Hitchcock born? 1899. And the final question, what state was inhabited by the Calusa Indians? Florida.
Oh, I see. I was going to guess Florida, but it's like you hear Seminole, you hear all these other ones. It's not a group of Indians I'd heard of.
Yep, there you go.
All right, we're back tomorrow. Another round of Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Check us out at 7:30. Your chance to play and win. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, that was a fun game of trivia. Cotter's going to go ahead and edit up that audio. We'll be back on the stream with audio in about 2 minutes.
All right, there we go. Thank you, guys. It is edited up. Trivia's in. It's actually running as we speak. I'm able to use them. I'm afraid to give them someone who can enjoy them. Oh, that was very nice, Tony. All right. So, Steve, yes, you got some tickets for White Reaper and then the metal show tomorrow night at Southbound. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Taking care of winter information stuff. Okay. All right. Coming up after 8 o'clock, going to play back some of the interview we did with Ayron Jones yesterday. And like Marshall said, super nice guy. He was just so awesome. So we'll get to that. He did a copy or did an acoustic version of Mercy. We'll play that. Got details about how you can score tickets for Welcome to Rockville. Going to do Quizzed in the Face. I'm getting quizzed today. And then the Big Guy after 9. So final 2 hours of the show coming up. Okay. Mm-mm. All right. Trivia's about done. Ayron Jones, top of the 8 o'clock hour.
Sorry for being gone so long. I had a pretty sure a toxic poop I had to take. Kind of hit me there. I think this monster finally hit me.
Yeah, it happens.
You're welcome.
Doing Aaron's work. He's not here.
It's true. He's not showing up to work today, at least to my knowledge.
Yeah, if he comes in, I'm guessing later he's heading to Goodwill for the festivities today. So,
oh, you're talking about the grand opening of the Palmetto Goodwill, Kotter?
That's the one.
Hell yeah. It's going to be a good time. Free lunch.
Yeah.
From Street Meats.
The Street Meat, it's not a place I've been to a bunch. In fact, it's been a while. But when I first got here, that was like one of the first places when I went over, when we used to have studios in Hilton Head. I went over there. It's like, dude, you got to go here. It's really good.
I think they do. Is it tacos they do?
So basically, it's like initially, the idea of the restaurant was taking all the street foods that you can get in big cities and putting it in one spot.
Oh, okay.
So hot dogs, burgers. I'm sure they do some sort of taco or something. But it was always, it's just like you can go to New York and walk up the street and get this, this, or this. So the idea was that's what you can get here. I think it was the first place I ever had egg on a burger.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember, what? An egg on a burger? This is amazing. So, yeah.
So Street Meats is official home of the Browns backers. Catch every game of our beloved Cleveland Browns at your home away from home. Street Meats. Fun fact. I'm just on their website right now. I was just curious.
So many Ohio-based bars
Yeah.
in Hillnet.
Voted best hot dog the last 6 years at Street Meat. Voted best fish and chips. Winner of Wingfest.
They got pulled pork nachos.
Yeah, they do. Wings, chicken tenders. Sorry, this is the part of the show where we're just hungry, so we're just going to talk about food for a while.
Dude, they got the skinny onion rings.
The skinny onion rings?
Like the straw.
The straws. Yeah, dude.
Those are legit. Oh,
Yeah, I like that.
okay. May have to go back.
Greg says that your winning percentage is almost up to 80%. Cotter, you're winning too much, I think.
Can't be beat, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I bring it on. Somebody step up. I don't know.
Andrew, those will be guest list. I'll hit you up on Facebook, and we'll get you all set up.
Well, Tony offered up her tickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew, message the Cotter and Marshall show page, and we'll get you set up with those. So Red says, I know the segment's over, but the grossest part of a cop is not really two week-old dead people. It's watching an autopsy. First thing they do is stick a needle in the eye and drain fluid.
Why the eye?
Oh, my God.
Why the eye?
Yikes. So there is actually a bunch we didn't get to. I'll share a couple. So once again, this is in regards to our call-in segment we did earlier this hour. Andrew said, I work for a medical waste company. The smell of the autoclave when they are cooking the waste, holy shit. He goes, I see body parts, dead people, blood, all kinds of fun stuff. Our buddy Phil chimed in. So Phil, talking about his fiance Ashton, says her current job of cleaning Airbnbs in people's houses. Lots of tampons, condoms, pee, poop, vomit all over the floors and in the showers. Never where they're supposed to be.
Wow. I didn't even think of that. Babs hit us up on Facebook. Oh, definitely working at the dog boarding grooming place. Expressing dog anal glands and cleaning dog crap all day.
That's one of those weird markups they try to do on every customer. Like when you take your dog in, they're like, okay, yep. You want to get the nails done? Yeah, sure. Cut my dog's nails. It's easier for you to do it than me. What about his anal glands? I go, never thought of them. never in my day-to-day life do I think, I wonder if Loki's anal glands need expressed. Never think about it. But usually when they say, do you want your dog's anal glands expressed? I immediately think, well, if I had anal glands and they weren't expressed, I would probably feel uncomfortable. So immediately I say yes every time.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a service because we go to there's a Wolfgang over in off Ogeechee. So it's like we don't cut our pets' nails. We had a dog and I got it too high once and the dog freaked out.
Blood.
It's
cornstarch.
It's worth the $10-15 whatever it is to get them grinded. But yeah, so my wife brought up the whole anal gland thing because my dog was acting weird. I'm like, what? An anal what? And I never heard of it before.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh no, it's a thing, and you do that. I'm like, so I looked into what you do, and I'm like, I will pay somebody all of the money.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because immediately, like the last thing you think you want your anal glands expressed. Like if I was a dog, I mean, like probably uncomfortable when it happens.
Relief.
I don't know. I've never been a dog, but I feel like them being expressed is a good thing. Sean says, so a follow-up to his Sebastian Walmart Swinger Club, the oil change pit. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
The oil change pit, what? Like, aisle 7? The oil change pit in the TLE section. I don't know what that means. The backstock room, the tire room, but also just going out to the bars after work and hooking up from there, etc. Worked there for 3 years. Some wild offers. You ever take up any of those offers, you weirdo? So Charles, our buddy Charles, who always wakes up with a smile on his face, he chimed in, and we didn't get to it on our conversation on the air earlier, but he said, gross work job stuff, owning a general line construction services company. We are tasked with many different duties. Back when I did mostly real estate and rental work, we had to go in some of the nastiest places. Shit-clogged toilets, rat and roach infestations, carpets caked with animal shit. Worst one was a clean out of a border. Yeah, that's what it says. Dude had a hoarder, excuse me. Dude had 3 big cardboard boxes of soiled adult diapers. He just kept them in his house. He didn't throw them away. Why?
I'm realizing what a sheltered life I have lived and how lucky I am to have the career I do because I am not made for any of these jobs.
I don't think so. Yeah, me neither, man. I mean, I guess I'm pretty particular. That's not something I want to do ever. Talk about grossest jobs. This guy named Gordon chimed in on our Facebook page and just said cleaning concrete out of concrete trucks.
Yeah, I saw that. That's not even something I would think of.
Yeah.
But how difficult does that got to be?
Yeah. Does it? Because if you keep concrete tumbling, it can't set, right? So that's why it keeps always rolling and stuff. Like, how does it? I don't know. I have a lot of questions about concrete, I guess.
Charles?
Yeah. Like, how do you get it out? Does he just go in there with like a pickaxe and just go to town?
I'm guessing Charles might have some information on that.
Yeah. Drake also said on our Facebook page, working on garbage trucks, one time I found maggots in my pocket.
Yeah. That's just gross.
Yeah. All right, guys, top of the 8 o'clock hour, we actually had a conversation with Ayron Jones that we're going to be playing back here. So we're doing a two-parter, obviously, right? Here,
yeah.
Ayron Jones.
Do the interview, part of the interview first, and then the song second.
Cool. So he was in a hotel room in Jacksonville, Florida. I can only imagine the people that were like on the other sides of the walls staying in their hotel rooms, if they just happen to be in there. They're like, is that Ayron Jones' Mercy playing right now?
Is that Ayron Jones' Mercy playing for the 5th time in a row? I get it. You're Ayron Jones.
Yeah, I wonder how many interviews he did yesterday.
There's probably a couple.
Yeah, probably a couple. But he was super cool. Had a great time with him. We'll share the video of his stuff after the show today if I ever get time to do videos again when I'm not banging my head up against the wall or my internet not working.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I can get that up sooner than later. But we'll play the audio back from our talk with him here in a bit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wish I could go and see him on Saturday. I was really looking forward to it. Has anybody been to District Live yet? Have we asked that question? Anybody seen a show at District Live yet? I'm curious to see what it's like.
I think they've only been kind of open for a month-ish.
Okay.
So
if anybody's going to either the White Reaper or Ayron Jones show, report back. Review the show, but also just kind of the venue. I mean, pictures of it look awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like a really nice venue. All right, we got AC/DC playing now. Got some Disturbed on the way. Then we'll get into the Ayron Jones interview. We've got I'm getting quizzed in the face this morning. The big guy's going to join us after 9 o'clock. Break down the NFL. We'll ask him about the Braves. We'll get into some Marshall's music news to wrap up the show. Tomorrow, I'm going to ask again because I can't remember this dude's name to save my life. Chris Moody.
Chris Moody of Over Yonder. And actually, speaking of Chris Moody, he requested something from us for the first time ever.
Okay.
We're going to set show history this Friday, tomorrow.
Okay, what are we doing?
Chris Moody said, can I bring my dog? And I just said, yeah. So the first time ever, we're going to have a dog live on the show. So get your boops ready. Get your good boys and just your virtual treats and get ready to say hi to not only Chris Moody, but his puppy dog.
What kind of dog does he have?
I didn't ask.
So, because we were at Mood Rights, or we were at Over Yonder on Saturday, and I don't remember what it is, but this cute-looking little French bulldog-ish looking dog. It came in, somebody on a leash, and because I want to say Chris or somebody behind the bar came over and gave it water.
Yeah.
Right away. But this dog just plopped down on it because the floor is just concrete.
Oh, so it's nice and cool.
Back legs back, front legs out, just plopped right down. That's how it laid there for like an hour.
Why did dogs get that pass, but if humans do
Human did it.
Yeah.
If I would have got naked and laid down to the dog, I would have been proud of him.
Cotter let out his pepperoni nipples and just laid him across that concrete to cool down because he's panting too hard.
That's so nice.
Yeah, why would he get thrown out of the bar again?
So rude.
Sean says, comes in with a Great Dane. LOL.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Let's put a hat on him. It'll be fine. Nathan says, I went and checked out the venue a few weeks ago, and it was a cool-looking hall-type venue. Big enough for some decent acts, but small enough to keep it intimate.
I like that.
So speaking about not great dog news, Cotter.
Yes.
Conor McGregor, no, he didn't kill a dog.
I was going to say, I don't like where this is going.
He is mourning his dog, Hugo's death.
That's sad.
So, tragic news, obviously. Hugo, which is Conor McGregor's dog. I honestly didn't know he had one. He had to say goodbye to his four-legged friend, saying, so heartbroken to say my dog, Hugo, has passed away. He reflected on memories of his mixed breed dog. He looks like a bigger guy, maybe some German Shepherd in him.
Okay.
But a little bit more like a short-haired kind of dog. But he put up some pictures of him and his little puppy dog sleeping in bed. So he goes, all the love and cuddles we will miss forever and ever our Hugo. Gutted. Rest in peace, the best boy, Hugo McGregor.
All right, we've got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes?
4 minutes, and then we're going to play back the interview with Ayron Jones.
Yeah, it's about 4 minutes of the interview. So.
I was slightly nervous to say his name, though, Ayron Jones, because I still almost don't believe his name is Ayron.
Ayron, yeah. And when we first got it, I said Aaron, just because you look at it, and then I was talking to somebody with the record label, and they're like, it's Ayron. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you think of the Key and Peele skit, you're like, Ayron, come on.
So, yeah. So he's coming up. What do you know? What beer was he bringing in?
So he's going to bring in one of the best sellers of
Lone Star, right?
As Lone Star beer, and then I think I said just to bring in another one of your best-selling beers.
Okay.
So most likely, probably going to get 2 lagers, maybe a lager and a sour tomorrow. But we're big lager or Pilsner fans, so bring it on. We would love that.
So behind the bar they got this like old school tub that they I think is just loaded up with Lone Star.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I mean, when I went, it's like I was drinking the Shiner Bock. My wife had a sour. I think everybody else in the bar was drinking Lone Star.
It just seems to be like when you walk into a bar, you get a vibe, and like you see people and what they're kind of drinking and stuff. And like that's for some reason is just the beer there.
Yeah.
Like some places PBR, some places Bud Light, some places is whatever. You go into a craft beer bar and everyone's drinking the stout or drinking the whatever, the IPA. You walk into Over Yonder and everyone is drinking Lone Star beer. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like 2 steps away from a Bud Light, but it's not a Bud Light,
Yeah.
So it's like an easy drinking lager, and it's good.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of Tecate Light at Lone Star.
Okay, yeah.
Or not Lone Star, Over Yonder when I go there.
Shiner was, Shiner is the beer's out of Shiner, Texas. So, I mean, when I first went to Texas 25 years ago, it wasn't national yet. So it was just, still kind of a regional thing. And it was the first dark beer I had. So it's always just kind of a nostalgic thing for me. So now that you can get it pretty much everywhere, it's kind of cool.
So I found a news article here. Charlie Cox, the dude that used to play Daredevil.
Yeah.
So there's some rumors that he actually may show up in this new Spider-Man film because it's supposed to be like a multiverse thing and yada, yada, yada. Well, Charlie Cox has actually finally spoken on a potential return for his character of Daredevil and just said, be careful what you wish for.
Oh. I mean,
that's better than you'll never see this.
They should have Ben Affleck play both Daredevil and his Batman character in the same movie.
Ooh.
If it's a multiverse universe, why not?
So the full quote was, you got to be careful what you wish for. You come back and it's not as good or it doesn't work or too much time has passed. It doesn't quite come together in the same way. So people loved his version of Daredevil, though. So he says, you don't want to taint what you already got. If we never come back, you got 3 great seasons, and our 3rd season was our best reviewed, so the trajectory was up. I'm tremendously proud and grateful for what we did. But massive rumors that Charlie Cox, a.k.a. the Daredevil from Netflix's Daredevil, is going to show up in the new Spider-Man flick, which is coming out in the middle of December.
Oh, nice. That's cool, though.
Nathan says, I hope to God he's in the new Spider-Man. He's the best Daredevil. Because we've only gotten, what? We've only gotten 2 Daredevils? Ben Affleck, right? And Charlie Cox?
That might be it.
Was there any more? I think that was it. Sean says Montucky Cold Snack is a great lager. It's like a light blue can with a white horse on it.
I've had it. It's great.
Where is it? Is it locally available?
I've never seen it. It was when Austin. I was out a couple years ago when I went. It was at just a random bar. We were watching the UT game, and my cousins were drinking it. I'm like, I'll have one of those. And
How do you remember? You don't remember shit. You remember the Montucky Cold Snack?
I remember Cold Snack. It was such a weird name. I want another Cold Snack.
Kotter can't remember rock stars' names, and suddenly he's just remembering a beer he drank 5 years ago?
It was 2019.
And you 2 years ago. What is this? Who are you?
We'll be right back. Kotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Ayron Jones going to be in town. It's Saturday night. Going to be playing District Live, downtown Savannah. I haven't been to this venue yet. I hear it's fantastic, and I think Ayron Jones is just an amazing artist. People need to see.
Yeah, I mean, that room is going to be on fire this coming Saturday night, in a literal good way, not a bad way. We actually had someone from the stream say they actually went to the venue just a few weeks ago, said it looks amazing, and it's big enough for decent acts to come in and do small, intimate shows. And I think that is going to be a highlight of Savannah for years to come, District Live. And once again, Ayron Jones, you've been hearing his songs on Rock 106.1 for the last few months. We got a chance to talk to him, and it was so amazing.
Yeah, this is a super cool guy. So here's us chatting it up with Ayron Jones.
So obviously the last album, or the latest album, came out in May. So, kind of tail end-ish, mid-pandemic time frame. It's all up in the air anymore. Was this something you wrote during the pandemic? Was it done ahead of time? I mean, a lot of people had stuff done ahead of time, waited a while to release it. Where were you in this whole situation?
So the record itself is compiled of a lot of songs I did during the pandemic, but a lot of that stuff was with me for a long time. A lot of it I rewrote and then re-recorded and remastered and mixed and everything. A good chunk of it was that, and then the other half of it was songs that I traveled during the pandemic to go write and record all over. So, I recorded some stuff in LA, recorded some stuff in Nashville, kind of went all over, man, just to try to get this job done.
Now, a lot of people don't know, you've actually put out 3 albums. You got Dream, which came out in 2013, Audio Paint Job, which came out in 2017, and then obviously Child of the State. If you had to power rank your cover album art, what do you think is the best? I mean, I got a personal favorite. Audio Paint Job, I think, is by far the coolest album art you have. But power rank yours. What do you think is the best?
I would say Audio Paint Job, and then it would be Child of the State, and then Dream would be last. But Audio Paint Job was my favorite. I got a cat named 1000 who's actually become this really, really famous internet artist, man. Like does amazing kind of work. You look at stuff up. He just did some Kickstarter to do these sets of playing cards that he designed, and
cool.
Raised over $1 million in like 3 days or something crazy like that.
Oh my God!
so it was insane, man. So, but he designed that cover art for me, man. It was a really cool palette, and I'm actually probably gonna tap him again at some point to get some stuff going, man.
Now, it said you first picked up a guitar when you were around 13 years old. It always amazes. I got no music talent, man. I got nothing. So it always amazes me when somebody can just do stuff and get into it. I mean, was it something you picked up and you got right away? I mean, always there's lots of work and practice that goes into it. But I mean, how natural was it for you as a 13-year-old picking that thing up for the first time?
I think that was what drew me to it, was that it was so natural when I picked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I had played violin for a few years before that, like 2 or 3 years before that. So I had basic finger structures down, but when I picked up the guitar, it just seemed natural, that's what it was. And of course I had so much more to learn to get better at the guitar. But I definitely had felt that I'd found my vessel, my way to express myself at that point.
All right, guys, we're talking to Ayron Jones once again here now. I decided to Google you like any good radio DJ who's doing an interview. I wanted to learn about, some smaller things in your life, but I just Googled your name, and then I saw that people also ask questions. Mm-hmm. So I saw one of these, and it said, what does Ayron Jones sound like? And someone wrote, Ayron Jones sounds like if Michael Jackson played guitar like Jimi Hendrix in Kurt Cobain's band.
Yeah.
So how many times did you have to ask your friends to write that about you?
That probably popped up from an interview. Somebody asked me if you had to describe yourself in the sound. I was walking on the street with my wife one day, and I was like, probably smoked a J or something. And I was like, if Michael Jackson played guitar like Jimi Hendrix in Kurt Cobain's band, and she was like, "You're a moron." And I'm like, I was saying in the interview, I'm gonna say it, I swear.
Speaking of your wife, I mean, you got a couple kids as well. I mean, do they understand that Dad's kind of a rock star sometimes, but also, just kind of the guy that takes them to basketball practice and stuff? Or
they get part of it. They get that. Some of it they understand. Some of it it's kind of hard for them to see. The little ones have a hard time with it. The older kids they get it, but they don't care. My daughter's 8, and she probably has to deal with it more than I think anyone else because, she's around her teachers and her friends, and their parents know who I am and stuff like that, and so they probably follow me and things like that. So she's probably dealing with that a little more now these days, and I'm kind of understanding that more. But the other kids don't really; they're in their own little world, like the 2 and the 5-year-old are in their own little place.
If you want to check out the entire interview we did with Ayron Jones, you can check out yesterday's show on our YouTube channel. I have an edited down version for you to find it a little bit easier coming up real soon as well. And he is playing Saturday night at District Live. And I mean, if you're waiting to get back into some live music for whatever reason, this is the guy you'll want to go see.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to, I can't wait for the show. Once again, coming up this Saturday, go buy your tickets. You can actually find the links over at rock1061.com. But the interview didn't stop there. We actually continued talking for a little while, and then he actually played a song live from his hotel room in Jacksonville, Florida, where he was at yesterday. So we're going to play back that here in just a bit.
Yeah, coming up next, his acoustic cover of Mercy, or not cover, it's his song, his acoustic version of Mercy. First, latest from Rise Against, it's Talking to Ourselves, Kotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
So a couple things I want to get to while we have a second here. Happy birthday to former coworker Jess Jennings.
Oh,
Jess Jennings. I think she's in Arkansas.
Farm babies, farm
family, farm husband. Everything was farm. Just not annoying at all. But Jess Jennings, and happy birthday to Jess.
Yeah, Jess was awesome.
So I don't know if you saw it yesterday, Kotter, but yesterday the Savannah Pro Hockey team from their Facebook account put up a video.
Okay.
And it started teasing the new name of the Savannah hockey team, and it's very haunted. So it flashed up to what looks like a possible ghost-like figure.
Right.
And it says, "Get on board. The haunting begins next Tuesday." So I think it's going to be like the haunted ships, or it's going to be something like that.
You don't think it's going to be the spirits?
I don't. It may be the spirits. Like it's going to be. I don't know. It used the word haunt.
Yeah,
it says,
that's true.
Okay, so it says get on board, and then it flashes to October 27th, 4 p.m. They're going to announce the name on their Facebook Live, and then it says the haunt begins.
Okay.
So I'm stoked because you see it, and it's kind of like a white ghost face with green eyes. I'm totally in. I can't wait to buy all the merch.
Yeah.
Bring it on. And special announcement. They are team president Bob Arabalo, who's been on the show before, right when we began the show. He is going to join us in studio on Wednesday next week.
Nice.
And he's going to come in and he's going to talk to us about the new Savannah hockey team.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, man. I think Savannah's gonna eat that stuff up.
Yeah, and I've become oddly close friends with some of the people who already work there. I'm a season ticket holder. I was a season ticket holder the day it was announced. I already got my spot, so I'm on the. So obviously, there's 3 periods in a hockey game.
Right.
So 2 periods of the hockey game, our team will obviously go play at that. That's called the attack side. So I'm sitting section 105, which is, it's the section closest to the ice. I am row 20, I think, up, because I wanted to be above the glass.
Sure. Yeah, I get that.
I wanted to be above the glass, and I'm on like an aisle seat. So my wife and I are sitting aisle. So
good call.
if I need to jump up and like dance, chug a beer, do whatever I need to do to be the greatest sports fan of our new ECHL team, I am down for it. I'm ready to go. Season ticket holder. Also, fun fact, sometimes I'm not going to be able to go to the games. So I'm just going to randomly give away my tickets.
Look at you.
Where every once in a while, you'll be able to win Marshall's tickets to the new ECHL team. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know how many times it's going to happen, but we'll give a chance to Rock 106.1 listeners to win my seats, my season ticket seats for certain games through the season.
That's nice. I like that. Good idea.
Just don't mess them up. Like, don't fart in them too much. Maximum 3 farts. You can only fart in my seats 3 times.
Leave him notes under the seat. All right, guys, we'll be right back. District Live is a new venue downtown Savannah. You've got White Reaper tonight.
Yep.
Then on Saturday, it is Ayron Jones. You want some new upcoming artist. I mean, this is a great opportunity. Ayron Jones, I mean, he's been around for like 10 years doing his thing. He was actually discovered by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yep, and he's a former like national champion when it comes to ultimate frisbee. The dude has done a bunch in his life, way more than us.
He's just amazing.
Yeah.
I want to hang out and have beers with Ayron Jones.
It's super cool.
All right, so if you want to get tickets for that, you could do so District Live Saturday night. Now, we had a chance to talk to Ayron yesterday. We played a part of that interview just a few minutes ago. Check out the whole thing on the YouTube channel. But he also did an acoustic version of his song, Mercy. So we're going to roll that out now. So once again, Ayron Jones, Saturday night District Live. Here he is from his hotel room in Jacksonville. Acoustic Mercy. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Sorry, we're not playing that on the stream.
Yeah, once again, music.
Music could potentially, but if you want to hear, you can check out our YouTube page. Hopefully later today I'll be able to knock that out and get that in. Or you could just turn on the stream, or excuse me, turn on the what is it, the live stream, the app right now.
Yeah.
Or I just turn your damn radio on.
What?
Yeah. Sean says, well, if I'm ever in town there and there's a game, I'd love to go see a game. Yeah, man. If we can make that happen, we'll make that happen.
We'll let Bob know that you're here in December, and we'll say you need to start the season now instead of a year from now.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, what is this? Ah, gotcha. So we have some Horde members currently talking about NHL teams and going to see games. Charles and Sean are talking about how amazing it is to go check out NHL games. Super fun.
Yeah, I've never seen an NHL game. I've seen some minor league hockey, obviously, but yeah, never an NHL game. And my year in Lincoln, Nebraska, obviously everything, it's Cornhuskers or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a, kind of like the Bananas, there was a high school-based hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
And people came to Lincoln, Nebraska. They were, I guess the Bananas is college, but these are high school kids. They would come to Lincoln, they would stay with families, and they would play for the Nebraska or the Lincoln Stars.
Yeah.
And it was stupid busy crazy. I mean, there was never a time there wasn't people there. I mean, it's funny because you got grown-ass adults getting loaded and then yelling at a bunch of high school kids on the ice, and you're like, you're kind of a dick. You're kind of a dick. But it was fun to go watch.
So I don't know if you saw or not, but the End Market Arena has put tickets on sale already for the Savannah Hockey Classic.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're doing like 2-day tickets currently, so you can actually go check out the Savannah Hockey Classic already.
January?
January, yeah. But it's going to be kind of weird because it's going to be in that new arena. So it's not going to have that, like, we always got down into like the sponsor section where you'd always get like free food and drinks. And you get that level, like that viewing level of the ice and everything. And that was really cool.
They'll have some sort of sponsor section again.
Yeah. I just wonder, I wonder how great they're going to allow that to happen.
That'll be interesting. I mean, honestly, the Hockey Classic was one of my favorite events. It was just cool. It's like what is it, 2? I guess 3 night initially because they had the one game, but it's just a great event. You don't usually get it, here in Savannah, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm glad that's coming back as well. I'm just gonna let this go into the break. So.
Yeah, I don't think we need to really chime in on that.
We're good.
All right, guys. So very cool. Got an opportunity to talk to Ayron Jones. Just played back his acoustic song and the interview that we did. Now we're into the second half of hour number 3. Flying by today. We're going to talk about some Welcome to Rockville tickets, and then we're going to quiz Kotter in the face. I'm a terrible coworker, and I didn't come up with a new quiz, but I did have a backup one just in case, so I'm going to use it. We'll have 8 questions today, and we're going to dive into my second half of the Jeopardy rock band trivia. So let's see. So once again, your quiz in the face is going to be Rock Band Jeopardy. These are questions about rock bands that were asked on Jeopardy, obviously. So all you need to do is answer these softball Jeopardy questions. But the catch is you have to answer the questions like you were on Jeopardy and guess its correct category price.
Oh yeah, I forgot
to
about
get
that.
full credit.
Oh, I didn't do bad last time with those. Did surprisingly well.
So let's see. There's 8,
right?
There's going to be 8.
Yep.
And wow. You're going to get. Let's see. There's only one question that is double Jeopardy. It's going to be
Okay.
What's going on here? There it is. I accidentally deleted one. There we go.
Oh, no.
It's back.
I will be right back.
Okay. Sean says a lot of people like to sit close, but I don't mind sitting up high because you could see the plays developing and see the teams. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, when it comes to hockey, I actually went and saw a Chicago Blackhawks pop on the solo camera with Kotter out. I went to a Chicago Blackhawks preseason game just a couple weeks ago, and yeah, we were sitting up quite high, not too far from the very top of the United Center, and it's kind of cool to kind of get that top-down view. I've sitting really close for NHL games and really far away, and I mean, it's cool to see it in both aspects for real. But man, I am so excited for the new Savannah hockey team. ECHL is going to begin next October here in Savannah. I'm a season ticket holder. Cannot wait to check this out. And it's going to be the team's going to be like a haunted name. Seems like haunted ships, or that's not going to be the name, but it's something in that realm. Spirits, something like that. So I hope the name is kick-ass. I hope the merch looks super cool because I'm ready. Give me a sweater, give me a hoodie, give me the baseball cap. I'm in all the way on this team. Can't wait to check this out. Oh, Sean, yeah, I can drop the link, no problem. But if you're looking for them, go to, you could actually just find them on Facebook. Right now, they're just called the Savannah Pro Hockey. I think that's just what they're called. Let me see if I can. There it is. Yeah, I'm dropping the link right now into the chat, but you could find their Facebook page, Savannah Pro Hockey, facebook.com/Savannah Pro Hockey. But it's actually, next Wednesday at 4 p.m. is when they're going to announce. I guess we'll have them on Thursday's show. Our good friend, Bob Arablo. But coming up next, we'll talk about Welcome to Rockville tickets. We'll get into Quiz in the Face, and then we'll have the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, on to chat about the NFL, and also we'll bring up the Braves. We don't want to jinx them, so we're going to talk about them just once this show. For realsies.
We'll get the big guy's thoughts. We'll let him jinx him.
We'll also, in Marshall's Music News today, talk about Rush, Slash putting out new music, and Silverchair not playing new music ever. So
really interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about all of that coming up here on the show.
All right.
Charles says, with hockey coming, maybe Rock 106.1 could start a curling league. Maybe.
Dude, yes.
Cotter's a big-time Olympus guy.
I want to curl. So, yes, I'm in on this.
You do the 12-ounce curls.
I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes do, 16s, 22s.
Oh, whoa, hey, boy.
Whatever's in front of me.
So it's making those nipples so goddamn big.
Making them hard.
Is Aaron in right now? Did I hear someone walking?
It's Mike.
Mike, yeah.
Our third favorite sales manager.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm going to step out for a second. How much time we got?
4.5 minutes.
Okay. Just realize that's not here.
Oh. All right, guys. So, yes, talking Welcome to Rockville, Quizzed in the Face, Big Guy. Had a story I think we're going to call an audible on. Tomorrow on the show, we've got Chris Moody from Mood Rights and Over Yonder stopping by with his dog for beer for breakfast. various other things for a Friday on the show. Hopefully everybody's got some good weekend plans. Always looking ahead toward the weekend. Hosting some bingo at a buddy's party on Saturday. That's why I'm missing Ayron Jones. Then, I don't know. Probably doing some house stuff over the weekend as well. Lots of house stuff to get done. All right, Charles, I'm really in on this curling idea. I mean, the more I think about it, the more awesome this is. I've wanted, after it became an Olympic sport, or however long it's been an Olympic sport, and watching it on the Winter Olympics, because it's one of those few sports. I'm not saying I'd get out there and I'd be good at it. Trust me, I understand. But I feel it's one of those few sports anybody could just go out and play. Let's grab some beers. Let's go curl, guys. Yeah, I think you can go out there and you can have fun with it. So, I'm in. Oh, Sean. Come up. I'll take you to the, how do you pronounce that? Chaska? Chaska? I don't know. You can do it there and you can have lunch and some beers after. I've always wanted to give it a try. There's an entire wall in the restaurant that is glass. You can see the curling court. Dude, that is amazing. Crooked Pint Ale House. Ugh. All right, I'm Googling this now. Google. Crooked Pint Ale. Here we go. All right, Crooked Pint Ale House. The menu event center. Ordering locations. Oh, wow. They've got, man, good for Crooked Pint. They're all over the place, man. All right. Let's see. Chaska. Let's see, let's go with that. Chaska Curling Center. Crooked Pine Ale. This is... Dude, I'm in on this 100%. Membership for the Curling Center. How much is a membership? Residents. Oh man, so you can curl for like a year's memberships is $136. Dude, I'm in. Practice opportunities when ice is available. Discount at the Ale House. Buy one range token, get one free. Yeah, dude. All day long. God, that sounds fun. Sean, have you done it? 30 seconds, Marshall. Okay. Have you done it before, Sean? All right, we'll be right back. Welcome to Rockville, Daytona Beach, coming up November 11th through the 14th. Slipknot, A Day to Remember, Cypress Hill all Thursday. Metallica, Rob Zombie on Friday. Disturbed, The Offspring, Stained on Saturday. Metallica, Mudvayne on Sunday. It's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. And you can win tickets for 4-day passes just by listening to us starting next Monday. Yes, the 25th Man, we're already 25th.
I know, that's crazy, right?
All right, so here's the deal. Once again, listen up starting Monday. At the top of each hour, listen for a good little Halloween-y, themey song, and we are going to give you a text keyword. Once you hear it, text it in for your chance to win tickets to Welcome to Rockville. That's going to happen all next week. We'll give out passes every single day, so listen up for your chance to win yourself some tickets to Welcome to Rockville for all 4 days.
If you want more details, you can hit us up online. Of course, the website is rock1061.com. Coming up next, Marshall, you're going to quiz me in the face.
I'm going to quiz you so hard, bro.
I can't wait. Quizzed in the face after Royal Blood. Here's Trouble's Coming. It is Kotter and Marshall. Good morning, Rock 1061.
Sorry, we're doing, obviously, the big fancy remotes over at Palmetto Goodwill for the grand opening, as you know, Kotter.
Yes.
And one of the talents who have a remote that start in about an hour and a half is not here. So I just had to freak out for a second, and it's fine. Apparently, they're on their way in right now, and everything will be great.
Okay.
Great.
They got to pick up the vehicle? Is that? Yep. Okay.
Yep. Important part of the process.
I guess.
All right, guys. We're going to quiz Kotter in the face coming up. Once again, going to put them to the task on Rock Band Jeopardy. So that's what Kotter will be answering. The questions are absolutely softball questions.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes band members' full names are in them, which is a huge giveaway if you know anything about the band. So,
right.
And it's not just like the bassist; it's usually the lead singer.
Right.
So yeah, it's these are pretty easy. The caveat to this is I ask you for what's the price of the category.
That's where it gets tough.
Yeah. So you get a half a point for every correct answer, which once again you'll get all 8.
Right.
But it's the price of the category is whether you're going to really, get a good game today.
All right, 2 minutes.
And once again, we'll just do 4 on the first half and then 4 on the second half.
Sounds good. I'd like to call an audible, I think, during the 9 o'clock hour. I'm not in love with the one story.
Yep.
I think I like the, I know we talked about it on the stream, but I like the museum story. I think that's kind of fun. The OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's do that instead.
Okay.
I'll email you that.
So hopefully the setup for those remotes are going well, and I don't get any phone calls. But I think after the show today, I'm going to treat myself by going home as soon as possible.
I get that.
And trying to fit in a small nap before I have to come back to the radio station at 4 o'clock today. So.
Oh yeah, because you're doing the trunk or treat.
I gotta make sure the trunk or treat is set up. So it's gonna be a great time if you got kids and live in the Savannah area. Habersham YMCA today from 5 to 7. They're doing trunk or treat, and get your kids dressed up and out there. Do a little trick or treating before the real trick or treating begins next week. And we bought over $100 in candy, which is more money than I think we've ever spent on candy before.
Yeah, I saw the amount of it. There's a lot.
Yeah, it is quite a bit. So, we're going to be out there. But the thing is like when I go set up, I'm setting up with Mia from G100, and she's coming back from paternity leave. So I wanted to make sure that she was comfortable. So I was going to go out, help her set up. And then I realized when I came up with this idea, I don't have a way back to the radio station.
Oh.
So I have to Uber back from the Habersham YMCA to the radio station to actually come back to my house.
Okay.
I'll wrap up my workday there right around 6. And then at 7 o'clock, I start hosting trivia at the Draft Room Berwick. So Marshall's got a hell of a day in front of me. That's why I think I'm going to bounce out early.
I don't blame you, man. All right, we'll be right back.
Quiz in the face.
There you go. Quiz in the face. Good morning. It is time for a good old-fashioned round of Quizzed in the Face.
Yeah, we are doing another round of Rock Band Jeopardy. These questions are absolutely softballs. Kotter, you are bound to get them right, but we do have a caveat to this game.
Yeah.
Each category, each category has a price number. So you get a half a point for getting the answer correct, and then you get another point, the other half a point, if you can guess the exact price amount. So you did pretty well, honestly, in
surprisingly so, yeah.
The first time we played this game a few weeks back. So let's go ahead and kick things off for Quizzed in the Face. Question number 1. On this band's first album, Dave Grohl played all of the instruments. All right, Kotter, for the first half a point, I'm sure it's a really tough one. Make sure, and you got to answer in the way of Jeopardy.
Who is the Foo Fighters?
That is correct.
Absolutely, but now comes the difficult part, Kotter. Give us the correct category price. Now, this is just regular Jeopardy. It's not double Jeopardy, so it's not in the thousands.
Right.
I'll give you that. But what is the correct category price for the other half point to this question?
Oh man, it's such an easy question, I think, for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say $200 value.
Kotter, welcome to Full Point Land.
Yes.
That is correct.
All right, Kotter is currently 1 for 1 on Quizzed in the Face, Rock Band Jeopardy. We're going to do 4 questions on this first half, 4 questions on the second half. So let's move on. Question number 2. Sadly, on January 8th, 1994, this group played its last ever U.S. show in its hometown of Seattle.
Who is Nirvana?
That is correct.
All right, now comes the difficult part. What is the category price for that question?
See, this one's...
Once again, it's regular Jeopardy, not double Jeopardy.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Man, I don't like going this high, but I don't feel... I'm going to say it's a $600 value.
That is correct.
That is correct. Now, Kotter, you are looking at your phone, so a lot of people think you'd be cheating.
Grid.
He's just, looking at it at a grid. I knew he was. That's why I wasn't going to call him out. All right, so Kotter, you got the full 2 points.
Okay.
All right, there's only 4 points to be had in the first half. So question number 3, let's continue on and Quiz in the Face.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It's how good you looked, said this Van Halen frontman in 1984.
Who is David Lee Roth?
That is correct.
That is correct, Kotter, but once again, to earn that full point for Quiz in the Face, what is the correct category price?
Man.
Once again, regular Jeopardy, single Jeopardy.
Once again, this is like one of those no-brainer questions, but there were multiple lead singers. I'm going to hate myself and say $400.
Kotter, hate yourself.
Wrong again.
Is it 2?
It is $600.
$600. Okay, I wasn't thinking that. No, I don't feel bad at all then. 'Cause that's not a $600 value.
It's a quote. It's a quote, though. It could be difficult for some people. I get why it was up there.
Yeah, no.
All right, one more question, then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back with the second half of Quiz of the Face today. Once again, this is Rock Band Jeopardy questions. The questions are absolutely softball, but the difficult part is Kotter has to actually guess the dollar amount for the category. Our final question of this first half.
Okay.
This trio's song, today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, and the space he invades, he gets by on you.
Who is Rush?
That is correct.
That is absolutely correct. But Kotter, now comes the difficult part. This question asked in May of 2014 on Jeopardy, what is the category price?
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know the greatness that is Rush, so I'm going to say this is a higher valued question. So I'm going to say $800.
Wrong again.
Kotter is not a higher value question. Apparently, the people of Jeopardy think everyone knows Rush. That is a $400 value.
Well, Rush is like a smart person's band. All the people in Jeopardy are smart, so they all think Rush is just the greatest band ever, which makes complete sense.
That's something. Okay, well, you are 3 out of 4, 3 full points out of 4
Did I get
points.
3?
Yeah, because you got the first 2 totally, and then you got 1 half
Okay, I
of
see what
each
you're
of
saying.
those.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right, so we got more, math involved.
Yeah, it's hard.
confusing. More Quiz in the Face. It's coming up next. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging with us on the second half of the show today. Getting deep. Some would say balls deep in the 8 o'clock hour. Got 4 more questions for Kotter for Quiz in the Face. And then we'll wrap that up and then get into the top of the 9 o'clock hour. We'll talk to our goodest of friends who, well, when he calls us, he's our goodest of friends. That's the Big Guy Frank Sulkowski from WJCL. Are we going to bring up how he dished us last week?
I think
we gotta.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think it's fair.
Bros are going to bro, like sometimes. Like sometimes they're just going to dip out and ghost on each other, and that's totally fine. Like that's just part of the friendship aspect.
Right.
But, I mean, you got to call them out.
Yeah, I think it's a fair question. Got no issue with that. Okay.
So tomorrow on the show, we are going to have Chris Moody on for Beer for Breakfast. Excited to have him and his dog.
Excited about that.
Yep. I'm loading up. I'm going to not boop any of my dogs today, so I can load up on all of my boops for Chris Moody's dog. So hopefully that dog's ready to get booped.
I like it. No, I think that'll be fun.
Now, Kotter, you own a dog, Mr. Blonde.
Mr. Blonde.
You like to take him out to play with other dogs.
Yes.
Is your dog good with playing with other dogs, or is he just like, is he nervous, or is he over the top, rambunctious?
So we'll take him to Barks where he hangs out. He was just there yesterday. Likes to get and every now and then they're like, he was a little crazy today. got a little crazy. Did a little humping today. It's
a
fine.
little humping.
Little humping today. But no, for the most part, it's like when we go out for a walk and he sees another dog, he's all about wanting to go over, say hi to that dog.
Mm-hmm.
But then he'll get over and he'll go over to the dog and he like freezes and gets all nervous. And it doesn't matter the size of the dog, big dog, small dog, whatever. He'll just kind of freeze up a little bit. But I've seen him play at Barks and he's just running crazy with the dogs. He's all about. He really hasn't spent a lot of time with dogs, like at my house, that sort of thing. I don't know. Don't know how to react. So.
Charles says, definitely need to break his balls about missing last week. If you don't bust him out, we're taking your man cards and you have to do double nipple shots.
That's not shots off each other's nipples,
no,
right?
Sorry, double nipple shot. Yeah, he just wants to see all your nipples.
That's fair.
Yeah, you just showed the right one.
I'll do that for free. That's fine.
Do that for free. Wait, was there a point where people were paying you to see your nipples?
I can't talk about that.
Oh, shit. So I've been thinking about, and once again, this is one of those grown-up problems. I've been thinking about buying a second house to use as a rental property because apparently that's how you can retire. You have to buy multiple houses and charge people enormous prices to live in them.
Yeah.
So last night, I couldn't stop looking at Realtor.com. I was just looking at house after house. And I'm going to tell you, man, there are some absolute disaster homes on the market right now. I mean, there is one house that was for $180,000 in a not exactly desirable neighborhood, but not the worst.
Right.
And it was like beat up. It was missing an entire bathroom. It was just a room. And they're like, a fixer-upper, $180,000. I'm like, are you kidding me? Missing baseboards, missing sinks.
Really?
Yeah.
Any promising candidates?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm serious-ish, but not all the way serious-ish.
Yeah.
Like I haven't gone through the home process again of technically I would have to apply for another home loan and all that fun stuff.
That.
So yeah, I don't want to, I'm not doing that yet, but if I found some place that I thought would be amazing, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, Sean, have a good rest of your day, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, Sean. Charles come in with some advice for you. Unless you can buy at least 5 rentals, don't do it. That's a lot of rentals.
You got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's
Once you
true.
start just with one?
Start your rental property dynasty.
Sean says we might be selling our Piercefield Forest house soon. I don't know what that means, but okay. Is it close? Andrew says, I have a buddy that does that. He has a bunch of property downtown. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's what we're thinking about, right? So we'll buy a house, hopefully, and maybe this housing crisis or egregious amount of home costs will come down a little bit.
Right.
I like to buy, a property that is livable kind of off the top, and I would just like to rent it out to preferably someone I kind of know.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, instead of just someone I don't know. But my wife and I know quite a few people that live in the area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would like to definitely rent it out. Oh, it's in Richmond Hill. There you go.
So do you rent it out now?
Yeah, Sean, do you rent that out? Andrew says he is younger than me and also not poor like me.
Good for him. Oh,
Yeah.
Sean was taken off too. So
Yeah.
But yeah, are you renting it, Sean? If you're still there?
Yeah, so that's like the biggest thing is like I don't want to have to work until I'm dead. I would like to retire at a medium age. And I have enough money now where I can do something stupid like this. So.
Yeah, I get it. I'm all about doing stupid stuff. All right, we got about 3 minutes. Daughtry's Heavy as the Crown. After that, final half of Quizzed in the Face. Big Guy. If you missed it earlier, we talked about this story about a museum getting banned from social media. I'm going to share that one on the air. Thought that one was pretty good. And then ended up with some Marshall's Music News, man. Show, as always, flying by. Tomorrow, it's a miracle. First full week in probably a month.
Yeah, it feels weird. I don't like it.
And now you were saying you're taking a day off early November?
Yeah. Well, I was going to take off Welcome to Rockville.
Okay.
So I was going to do the show on Thursday, and I was looking at taking Friday off because my wife wanted to see Slipknot on Thursday.
Right.
She really wants to see Slipknot. She really wants to see Mudvayne. And those are the bands that we like absolutely have to see. Obviously, I've seen Metallica a bunch.
Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah, because of just things, I don't think I will be attending this year.
Yeah.
So,
I pretty much knew that about 4 months ago.
what, that I wasn't going
That you were going to go to
No, I mean,
Rockville.
we planned on going. I mean, we did. And then, because Dana wanted to go, because she's never seen Metallica, and she really wants to see Metallica.
Mhm.
And it just, we were trying to figure out how to do it. And then, just like I said, things. And, yeah, we'll not be going.
Just got a press release from the Savannah Pro Hockey team, officially making their announcement 4 p.m. It's next Wednesday is the 27th. So it says, join Savannah Hockey, Pro Hockey and Mayor Van Johnson as we unveil the name and logo for Savannah's new professional hockey team set to play next year in 2022.
Awesome.
Then if you're a season ticket holder or a sponsor, there will be a party at Ghost Coast. So you have to be...
Are we a sponsor? Can I go to this party?
You can come with me if you want. You can
Okay.
come +1. But I've heard there is a crap ton of people that are going to be at the party. So
No, I bet.
if you want to go, let's go early.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's this. I will say Savannah, for the most part, if something's new and cool, they are all about it. They
Yeah.
will jump on that bandwagon quick. You know, they're the attention span sometimes can wane. I mean, hats off to the Bananas for being able to hold their attention span this long.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Bananas, after this break, questions about their world tour. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see it.
Okay, I had questions about that. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Halfway through getting quizzed in the face. Not doing too bad with some band Jeopardy questions.
Yeah, so once again, you are doing, there it is, Rock Band Jeopardy. It's pretty easy. These questions are like softball questions, man. They're super easy. So you're almost guaranteed to get almost all of them right. But the real challenge comes in having to guess the category price to these. So let's continue on.
Okay.
You were officially 3 out of 4. You scored 3 points on the first half of Quizzed in the Face. So question at number 5 goes a little something like this, Kotter.
Okay.
This 90s band named themselves after the Seattle art installation. Once again, this 90s band named themselves after this Seattle art installation.
Who is Soundgarden? Okay.
That is correct.
That is correct. This question was asked in November of 2000 and, well, that number actually got cut off. Let's just say it was done in November of some year in previous years. Once again, what is the category price to get the full point value, Kotter?
Okay, so I honestly didn't know where they got their name. So that was kind of a guess. So I'm going to say this one is valued at $800.
That is correct.
Stunning work, Kotter.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Getting full point value for
Thank you.
question number 5 and Quiz in the Face. Let's continue on. Aerosmith got the song title Walk This Way from a line in this movie?
Oh. What is? Oh, I don't think that's what it is. I'm going to say, what is Midnight Cowboy?
Cotter?
Wrong again.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Young Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it now. Walk this way, then he walks that way. Yeah. Okay. Damn it.
All right. You missed the first half of question number 6 there, but you still have a chance to get yourself some points. Now, this is a double Jeopardy question.
Okay.
So, Cotter, what is the double Jeopardy category price?
I'm going all in on this, saying 2,000.
Cotter, that is correct.
That is correct.
Nice. At least picking up half a point there for question number 6. Got 2 more questions for you. Let's see how you do with question number 7. You may know this band. Five Finger Death Punch got its name from a deadly move Uma Thurman used in this Tarantino movie series.
What is Kill Bill?
That is correct.
That is
no idea that's where they got their name from.
That is 100% correct. All right, so question number 7, the hard part of the question. What is the category price for this question that was asked in January of 2019? This is regular Jeopardy too.
I'm going to say $400.
Wrong again.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect, Cotter. That was a $600 value question. All right, last question of Quizzed in the Face today. This is Rock Band Jeopardy. 2 opportunities for Cotter to score points. First, he has to answer the very easy question. Then he has to guess the dollar amount of value of the category. So here we go. Final question. It's No Nightmare. MTV's 2006 Best New Artist was the metalcore band called Avenged This. Tough question. It's a tough question, Cotter.
What is Sevenfold?
That is correct.
Yes. Wow. Stunning. I didn't think you would get that. All right, Cotter. Now the hard part. What is the correct category price to get full point value?
Man, that I'm gonna say 600.
Cotter, that is
Wrong again.
incorrect. All right, wrapping up Quizzed in the Face today. You got, let's see, 4, 5.5 out of 8 points. Not too shabby.
I don't hate myself for that one too much. All right, coming up after 9 o'clock, we got a breakdown this weekend in the NFL. Got to call the big guy out for not showing up last week.
Oh, yeah.
And got to have him talk about the Atlanta Braves so it's not us jinxing the team. So all of that after 9 o'clock. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Charles laid out some positives and negatives, I guess, for if I buy a rental property. He goes, 1, rental is a nightmare. 2, a major headache. 3, close but still a headache and almost breaking even. 4, you will be close. 5, you'll make some money. Okay, that sounds like there's a positive, at least one in there. I'll make some money. I like making money. That's nice. That's why I kind of want to buy a place at like a lower dollar value. And then kind of just, throw some paint up and stuff. And then hopefully I can get it rented out to
the best.
Some of the radio vagabonds that we work with. And I can just, work with them on that problem.
All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to fire up the delay because we all know. Can't trust the big guy.
Mm-mm.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that was my Safe Touch spot. I just realized that. Like, why am I talking? All right, guys. Once again, thanks for sticking around on the show today. Got one final hour. We're going to talk to the big guy, Frank Sulkowski. We'll talk about some museum nudes.
It's still a funny story.
And then after that, we'll wrap up the show, as always, with Marshall's Music News, stories on Rush, Silverchair, and Slash. We're supposed to be getting that Slash story is about new music.
Yeah.
Coming out tomorrow. So I don't know if you saw that come through or not.
Yep, I knew that one was on its way. Him and Miles, the conspirators, back at it.
The friggin' conspirators, brah.
So tomorrow we've got Chris Moody and his dog.
Yep.
That's
It is +1.
That's the selling point. What else on a Friday?
Everything else is kind of fallen off.
Yeah. That's kind of
no Mount Rush anymore.
Yeah. No,
the other thing.
Yep. All right. We'll figure it out.
So right now it's just that. Charles, I believe, is going to stop in, member of the Horde, and just drink beer from the hallway. I think we allowed him to do that.
Completely fine to me. I'm letting a dog in. Might as well let Charles in.
Wow. Well, dog first.
I love you, Charles. So there is an outside chance, and I don't know how I feel about this, that we end up in Illinois for Christmas.
Oh.
I know.
Why?
Reasons.
Go say hi to my mom.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm like, that's cool, I guess. But there is an outside chance that could happen. We'll have to see. I don't know yet. Last time we were there for Christmas. Did we go for Christmas? Yeah, we were there for Christmas. My mom's got like a condition where she was like blacking out. She blacked out when she was driving and ran into a grain silo.
Classic.
And I mean, completely effed up her back. Wasn't broken, but she was in like a back brace-ish type thing.
When was this?
6 years ago?
Okay.
7 years ago? I mean, it's been a while. Kids were young because we went back to Illinois and it was around Christmas time. We surprised them for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And now, being from Illinois, my kids saw snow before, but they were so young. And then when they moved here, so it was like a big deal because we went back to Illinois and they saw snow. So that was the last time I've been to Illinois for Christmas. And I'm like, I never need to do that again. Love my family. I'll go back and visit them, just not during Christmas. And there is now a shot that could happen. And I'm like, got mixed emotions about that.
Yeah, I mean, Illinois is definitely not the place you probably want to be for for Christmas, man. It's just the weather kind of sucks.
Yep.
Not great. Yeah, so I think we're doing for Thanksgiving this year. We're doing a Friendsgiving,
right?
Which we've talked about possibly turning into a beer meeting, possibly turning into a card game.
Okay.
But our friends Chris and Allie are going to play host. But I think we got essentially the entire Bob on air staff coming.
Oh shit.
And some other people. So
Yeah.
that should be fun. I think Mac and her mom are both showing up too. So I get Mama Margaret for Thanksgiving this year.
I was gonna say, make sure she's there early so she can effing cook for you.
Well, yeah, no, she is.
I will buy everything you need.
Well, I've already been asked. So Mac, who does Chicks on Dudes with us, her mom has reached out and said, "What would you like for Thanksgiving?"
Right.
So I'm pretty sure Mac's mom likes me more than she likes Mac. So
Well, that just makes sense.
yeah, so no big deal. But you want to join us for that, even if it's a nightcapper. I know you're going to do your fancy Thanksgiving rounds over your friend's house.
Yeah, no, we probably should have time for everything, man. Greg, thank you for hanging out, man. Have a good day at work. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for doing math for us, Greg.
Yes.
Say something nice to Greg. Thanks for doing math.
Thank you
Everything else, you're an
thank
asshole.
Need to find a day, maybe do the bridge run again here in a bit. I've fallen out of running. I need to get back in.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I really ever got back in. It's just, half-assing it, but it's fine. All right, so we got...
Hey, you don't half-ass it. You full-ass it.
That's true. Fair enough. We got about 10 minutes.
So the NBA kicked off just a couple nights ago. The Chicago Bulls won, which we're all stunned at. They tried to sign every big-time free agent name, and they won their first game. So I'm pretty much saying Chicago Bulls, number one seed. That's how much of a Homer Bulls fan I am. I'm
Calling it now.
I'm ready to get back on that. I'm ready to get hurt again. I'm ready to get hurt again by the Bulls.
Yeah.
We had that run in the 90s. It felt really good.
Oh, so nice.
And it's just been all pain for 25 years.
It's crazy to think, it's like, a lot of fans or teams have, runs and moments that they can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was there 6, but it also involved the best player in the history of the game.
Yep.
It was just so magical. so magical.
Oh, some news here. So, you know how the Sopranos, Gabagool, Sopranos, which I know you're a big fan of. I'm almost done with season 3.
Okay.
I've taken a break to watch Midnight Mass, which I just finished Midnight Mass episode 6.
You in now?
Good. It's good now.
You in now?
It's good
Okay.
now. Boy,
It took 6 episodes? Oh, my God.
Man, Midnight Mass, the first episode was compelling.
Yeah.
And the second episode, I'm like, okay, we're just getting through some story. And then the third, fourth, and half the 5th episode happened. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, when does this pick up? It was episode 6.
Damn.
And once again, there's only 7. So Midnight Mass is coming back. I'm starting to say Midnight Mass is possibly good.
Okay.
But I got one more episode. Let me finish that. But The Sopranos, apparently they put out The Many Saints of Newark, which is a prequel to the Sopranos series. Apparently HBO Max liked it so well, it's performed good enough that they're already talking about doing another prequel series based in the Sopranos universe.
Okay. Is it going to be with Gandolfini's kid?
It doesn't really say. It just says the Sopranos creator, David Chase, is in talks for a new Sopranos TV show, a prequel that could eventually head to HBO Max. According to this, it says we're talking to Anna Sarnoff from Warner Media, says we're talking to David about a new series, Sopranos related, for HBO Max. So the decision has been spurred by the success of the new film, which came out on HBO Max and in theaters same day. Apparently, The Sopranos pop into the top 10 of the viewed series on HBO Max, and it's giving the new series, or the old series, new life.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I did finally finish Squid Game last night.
Oh, okay. What did you think of Squid Game, man?
I thought it was really the last episode, because you're like and if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but the game they play in the last episode, I mean, no brainer once you get started. I was thinking, how is it going to be entertaining with just the amount of people that were playing? But they made it so good, and they built the story to that point so well that you're like, I'm invested in this like a mother effer. Definitely set up for another season. If we don't get it, I'm going to be pissed.
Dude, but you liked the way it ended? You liked the way how
Yes, I didn't mind. Dana had a theory that completely didn't come out to be true, which I'm like, oh, that could be kind of cool, which I could see that's how it would lead into a second season. That didn't happen. I didn't hate the way it ended. I think the guy should be a better father. I don't want to give too much away. He should have been a better father.
Right. Well, that's coming from a dad. That's coming from the dad yourself.
Yeah, but he's a dad. Be a better father. You have a chance to reconnect. Be a better father. But I get why they did what they did.
Yeah, no, Squid Game is awesome.
It's good.
It's awesome. Rhett says the Glass Bridge episode, awesome.
So good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The guy who learned how the trick to do it.
Yeah.
Wild.
So awesome.
Chris says, I'm about the same place you are, Marshall. Started watching Sopranos after you guys were talking about it at the card game. Really liking it so far. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. The twist at the end, I did not see coming. I didn't at all.
In Squid Game?
Yeah, it got me. I mean, all of it got me. So I was like, oh. And because I like the way they tied it in, and it was good. It was good.
Yeah, and now you have to go that step further as a fan. You have to go on YouTube and watch the 10 things you missed from Squid Game.
I found a couple websites that were going, here's theories, here's this, here's that. I emailed them to myself, so I would be able to find them easier once I got done. So I will be watching those.
Yeah, if you're go on YouTube and subscribe to New Rock Stars. They do a bunch of fan theory stuff. Yeah, they're usually pretty good at it. Okay, so I've watched a couple. It shows. I don't want to ruin anything, but it shows character number 1 and his evolution through it. And it shows you at different points how he was kind of never in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And it's fascinating because you're like, you never caught any of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it. Yeah, it's such a unique series. I am with Alice in Borderland, which is another. That one takes place in I think Tokyo, but it involves Are
you watching that?
No, I'm thinking about getting into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm watching Midnight Mass right now, and then there's You season 3, and then in 2 days there's Lock and Key season 2.
Yeah.
So I've got all these fun series, and then there is a anime called Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, they're doing a live action.
Doing a live action with John Chu in it, and I actually own that series. For some reason, Apple had a sale for all 26 episodes for $5 one day, and I'm like, I've heard so many great things, and I watched a couple episodes because it was on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. I watched a couple episodes growing up. This thing's been out for 20 plus years, 30, and I was like, oh, I'll buy it, and I still haven't gone back and watched it, but I'm excited to watch the live action version.
I know of it, but I know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
My kids probably do. They're into the anime thing.
Guys, looks like they just dropped the Uncharted trailer.
Oh,
Uncharted with Tom Holland and Marky Mark. So I'll find that for you guys real quick and drop it into the chat. Tim, thank you for the RTJ shirt comment. Thank you very much.
Rhett said Alice in Borderland is good too. I watched that series and enjoyed it. Awesome. Yeah. I think that popped up somewhere the other day, so I'm like, I may have to watch that next.
Let me find that Uncharted trailer so I can drop it in for everyone to watch.
All right, guys, we've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm going to
Call the big guy.
Go call the big guy.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, morning, guys.
Hey, Frank. How you been?
How? It's been running, man.
So there's been some wild stuff since we last talked, Frank, but more importantly, the first thing we need to get to, you ditched us last week, and that hurts our feelings.
Last week, oh, I know, Thursday, yeah. Last week I was going to Mobile, Alabama after getting back from New York City. So, yeah, I was lost in confusion.
Wait.
He's a TikTok celebrity now, man. He's flying all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, Frank he's been viewed multiple times. Frank, what's worse? Is it worse to be known as a TikTok celebrity, or is it worse just to be known as the guy who fell down in front of a cannon?
It's always the guy who got scared by the cannon. Yeah.
Have you, I mean, with the reaction to your video, and obviously you could tell you played it up a little bit, but maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't.
I did.
So more importantly, have you been reached out to by anyone like and someone you would not expect from just the reaction to that video?
No. I haven't become an influencer fully yet, I guess. I mean,
right.
Nothing has come of it. No celebrities have called me. It's just hard being me. That's the problem.
So is there a point where you're thinking about just quitting your gig and just going full-time making viral videos?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I've been looking really closely at some of the dance crazes on TikTok, and I mean, I'm close to pulling the trigger now.
Love it.
I really am.
Oh,
it's either that or just really. I think I got to start wearing bikinis, and that will put me over the top.
Wow. Well, you know what? Baby steps. Let's go one small step at a time with this whole viral new career of yours. 100%.
Yeah, I think me in a bikini in front of cannon.
Riding the cannon.
Slow motion.
Yeah,
baby.
riding the cannons in slow motion. That will take a thing.
Yeah, you're like Slim Pickens in the Atomic Bomb show from Louis. Ride it down.
Frank, two quick things before we jump on air. We got about 45 seconds. The 3 games I think Kotter already sent you, but we'll also ask about the Braves. I think at the top of the segment, we'll ask about the Braves. Obviously, one win away from the World Series, so we'll go from that into the games.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Next time we talk, we'll be on the air.
Okay.
All right. It is time to break down another weekend in the NFL. Joining us now, the one and only TikTok celebrity, the big guy, Frank Sulkowski. Frank, how are you doing, man?
Well, you guys are lucky I have time for you.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, my life has changed in so many ways.
Well, we're proud that you're not forgetting the small people in your life, unlike last week.
No
big deal.
Never will.
All right, Frank, before we get into the football games that we have you break it down this week, we got to talk about the Braves. Kotter obviously spent way too much time watching the game yesterday, up all night, just creaming himself, thinking about a possible World Series for our Atlanta Braves. Now, what was more satisfying, the first 2 runs of the second inning or the 4 we put up on them in the 9th inning?
Well, I tell you what, when you're a Braves fan, I think you're more excited about the insurance runs late in games. I think that's what you really like to see. I know I was thoroughly impressed with the Braves yesterday, especially, after in Game 3, you're 5 outs away from going up 3-0 in the series, and you give up some runs there late, lose to the Dodgers. They bounced back in a big way. I mean, it was a bullpen day for the Braves, just kind of, Frankensteining a pitching staff for that game. The bats really came to life. Eddie Rosario, who you traded for midseason. You gave up a mascot pretty much. Pablo Sandoval and a panda mask is what you gave up. And Rosario has been lights out. So, yeah. But, the thing about it is Braves can punch their ticket to the World Series tonight with a win.
Yeah.
But Braves fans are also very cautious because they were up 3-1 last year against the Dodgers. And that did not turn out well. So Atlanta sports fans, we've been there, done that. So we're excited, but yet we're cautiously excited.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, so let's dive into some NFL. Let's start Game 1. Chiefs at Titans. What are you thinking about this one?
This is it. I mean, I am hopping on Derrick Henry's back.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy can carry us. And he's carrying that team so well with the Titans. Listen, I think we're starting to see that Kansas City, they are good, but they're not, elite anymore. They're having some issues here and there. They're just not as dominant as they were just a couple short years ago. I think this is Tennessee's time. I really think the Titans are playing really good football. You get a win over Buffalo, and that was very impressive. So again, I think Tennessee proves to be too tough. Derrick Henry is the dude.
Yeah, Tractor Cito going in for 3 touchdowns this past week was pretty incredible thing to see, especially if he's on your fantasy football team. But let's move into our second game. The Falcons off last week, so they didn't lose, so no big deal.
Plus.
And technically they won the week before, so we've been undefeated for 2 straight weeks, taking on the Dolphins, who are they're a tire fire. They're horrifically bad. They're 1-5 this season. So, Big Guy, how do you see the Falcons and Dolphins going this Sunday?
Well, I tell you what, after getting a scare from Bye this past week, the Falcons, should be able to cruise past the Dolphins. I mean, let's remember, this is a Miami team that, went to London and lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think there's enough said there. Jacksonville was able to snap a 20-game losing streak against the Dolphins. Falcons, showing a little bit of improvement last time out. They're rested as well. This should be an Atlanta win, and I think a comfortable win for the Falcons.
All right, final game we're going to have you break down. 4-2 Bengals, 5-1 Ravens. What you thinking?
I tell you what, I watched the Ravens play, and I'm thoroughly impressed. We know Lamar Jackson is starting to get to that upper level of quarterback in the NFL, and I don't think sometimes he gets the credit he so rightfully deserves. I watched them a couple weeks back closely and kind of broke things down, and I really like this Baltimore team, and I think this is a squad that is on the cusp again of just being one of the 2 top teams in the AFC, and I think this is a game where it's another signature win that they could have, and of course they've been battling some injuries as well. But I think this is a win they get. Baltimore just seems to play so well, with a lot of eyes on them, and I think this is another win for them.
All right, Big Guy, as always, thank you for the breakdown, sir. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next Thursday.
Sounds good.
It's Survivor Pop Evil, Kotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, Frank, thank you so much for joining us this week. Oh, he needs to hang up?
Big guy. He's big time, man.
Jesus Christ.
Big time, big guy.
TikTok guy. Jesus Christ. All right.
Big time, big guy.
Taking his stupid face off our live stream, son of a bitch. He had stuff to do, apparently.
I guess.
All right. Chris says, ask the big guy if he's ready for this historic Jags run now they popped their cherry. 12-5, definitely happening. Sorry, Chris. Didn't get enough time to ask him about the Jags this week. But maybe next week. He did bring them up briefly, though.
That's true.
All right, guys, running into the last portion of the show. We got some nudity to talk about. Not Kotter's nudity that he flashed the camera earlier today.
You're welcome, by the way. So that's why. Yes, that's why you should hop on the stream nice and early. You never know what you're going to see.
I saw some big-ass moon pie nipples.
They are normal, respectable nipples.
Normalize, regular-sized nipples. Now, you may think I'm making fun of extremely large nipples, but maybe I just love large nipples. Maybe I just want everyone to know how large nipples are because I'm proud of you as a person. You ever think about that?
No.
Jesus.
I didn't.
It's always that's the thing with you. You're always so one-sided.
Yeah.
About me. He's always talking about me. Nah, man. Let's see. Museums in Vienna. Love it. So Uncharted just dropped their first trailer. I dropped it into the chat. So apparently last night it leaked. The trailer for Uncharted featuring Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and Marky Mark, who doesn't have the Sully mustache, which I'm pissed off about.
Doesn't?
No, here's a quick picture. So this is a young Sully and a young Nathan Drake.
Even when they showed younger Sully in the game, he still looks 75.
Yeah.
That's just Marky Mark.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I don't like that.
I think he does get a mustache at some point in the movie. I think I did see a shot of him with a mustache.
I mean, I don't when I think of Sully from this game, I don't think of a buff Marky Mark.
Yeah, and the last thing I want is young Nathan Drake. I want to see like the first shot of an Uncharted movie, I want to see him walking out of the jungle like shot and falling down.
It's like an Indiana Jones star. Yeah. I mean, I think he'll do. I think Tom Holland's good. I think he'll do a great job. But I agree. I want the more grizzled, seasoned Drake.
Yeah, like give me this one Tom Holland movie and like, cool, and then give me the real Uncharted that we need.
Yeah.
Them going this way feels like really Resident Evil. Remember those Resident Evil movies that had nothing to do with the games, but it was about a haunted mansion with one of the monsters from the movie. And you're like, this isn't Resident Evil.
That's the question. Is this based off a game, or are they just taking the characters, or are they making a new?
I don't know. It's
new story.
Naughty Dog did such a great job. Why wouldn't you just copy what they did?
All right, guys, be right back. All right, so this popped up this morning. This story to me is just utterly kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So social media platforms kind of struggle with nudity, stuff getting posted, videos getting shown, and they try their best to clamp down on people posting nude photos, nude pictures, nude videos. So because of this, and a lot of it's probably algorithm driven. It's not like it's a person doing all of it.
Right.
But with some of this, you get to the point of non-pornographic images getting the brunt of, being banned, getting taken down. And then it comes to fine art. Should fine art be censored? I mean, there's a lot of statues of naked people.
Statue of David.
Should it be censored?
Tiny little junk.
In 2018, Facebook was mocked in Europe for censoring a 400-year-old painting from a Baroque painter. They were nude paintings.
Right.
And they censored them. Well, now a group of museums in Vienna, Austria is so fed up with getting censored on TikTok, they decided to say, screw it. We don't need TikTok to show our fancy naked works of art. We're going to OnlyFans.
That's right. So they've created a free OnlyFans account where you can, go check out fine pieces of nude art. I bet you there's some sort of like fetish,
I'm sure.
with that, right? You think there's some guy in like a basement somewhere? He's like, ooh, I wonder what this statue of La Pontique is looking like today. Wonder if she's got a little bit of dust on her body.
So they've taken all these paintings, all of these statues that have been blacklisted, banned, taken down off other social media platforms. And now, if you want to see classic works of art that are centuries old, you go to OnlyFans.
Yeah, explicit. So, I mean, if your wife ever asks you, like, why is there a bill from OnlyFans on the credit card? Be like, oh, I must accidentally hit a button while I was looking at fine art.
I was supporting the arts, honey.
Yeah.
I was supporting the arts.
Yeah. I mean, totally. Like, you'd be like, and like, just like do the scroll, but do it really fast so she doesn't see the other nudes you're subscribed to. Yeah, totally fine.
This is an awesome story. Hats off to them. I bet they get more attention because they moved to OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Than they ever did on TikTok.
100%. But I think, I mean, I would subscribe to it. I mean, just for the hilarity of it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, in between the rest of my nudes that I subscribe to. Yeah.
All right, coming up next, we're going to get to some Marshall's music news. Stick around. This is Kotter and Marshall. Good morning. Rock 106.1. All right, let me get out of the delay here.
I kind of want to do Silverchair first, just to play some Silverchair.
We can do that.
Yeah, let's go Silverchair first, then we'll do Rush, then we'll wrap up the show with Slash. Rhett says, he watched the Uncharted trailer. Looks good. I'm interested now. Cool. I'll watch it once the show's over with today.
Yeah.
Tim says, free the nipple. That a boy. Should I be worried? I just got a text message from a 912 number that just says, hi.
Don't you love that?
The sender is not in your contact list. I'm going to go ahead and just not respond to that. That's really weird. Liquid says, play Possum Kingdom. Why not?
Okay.
Ooh, damn. I said a long string of emails I was looking at. ZZ Top is coming on November 17th here in Savannah. You got to take a stash show, actually. Apparently, the show's almost sold out.
Oh.
Yeah, they're doing one last radio buy, and that's it. They said that they're not doing any promotions. They're just doing that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that show.
Liquid says, I'm ready to lose fantasy this week by 3.324 points. Liquid's had the worst luck in our league for fantasy this year. I do kind of feel bad for you, buddy. You're definitely not getting Welcome to Rockville tickets next year. There's pretty much no way in hell. You'd have to go on the biggest run of all time. Yeah, what's today? Is today Thursday? Shit, today is Thursday, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I don't know what a full week feels like anymore. Like, I don't understand the concept of time. Maybe that's why I'm not getting my afternoon nap in anymore. But
yeah,
I don't quite understand the concept of time. So, yeah, it being Thursday already is wild to me.
Yeah, no, this week has gone by really, really quick.
Yeah. Charles says, who's playing bass in ZZ Top? So it's their guitar tech of like 30 years. He filled in. Was it Dusty Hill who passed away, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Dusty who passed away just a few weeks, 2 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he actually filled in for the one show that Dusty actually couldn't show up to, and then like a couple days later, Dusty died. So he's given the blessing to their guitar tech to kind of be the bass player, fill in from now on.
Tim Janier shared the OnlyFans link to the Vienna.
It's weird that Tim
you have to pay for it, right?
$3 for 31 days. There's a 40% off. Wow, really?
Regularly $5. I mean, they got to make some money. I get it. I don't blame them. Yeah, there you go. I get in trouble because I just went to OnlyFans on a work computer.
This first post says, this radiant goddess of love is framed by an oval form, which symbolizes a grotto. Her appearance recalls the personifications of the wind and sea typically found engraved on ancient Roman sarcophaguses. That's a big word that I just nailed.
Tim said, but they give you free free tickets to the actual museum. Oh, that's cool. I'll go to Vienna.
Yeah, you just got to go just that quick trip to Vienna, Austria.
I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'll go. It's fine. Yes, Wanda? You just said Kotter. What did I miss? Did I miss something?
No, she was calling you kind of like when your dad or mom would call you when they're downstairs as a child.
Just disappointed in you? Yeah.
Hey, and just a quick heads up, Vienna is just a short 4,919 miles away from us. So it's like driving to Richmond Hill.
It's cool.
It's exactly the same thing, but just in a plane.
All right, got some Foo Fighters Best of You coming up, and then we'll get into Marshall's music news.
Excuse me. All right. The South Georgia State Fair is coming. Did you hear about this?
Oh,
did you hear about this?
Savannah?
See about this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw billboards for it the other day. It's going to be at the fairgrounds that's like right by, why can't I think of that stupid T-shirt company name? 9 Line.
Okay.
So 204 and 95. So there's some fairgrounds, but also like an RV park type of thing. It's massive out there. So they're actually doing the South Georgia State Fair out there. Just got hit up to do a couple remotes for our sister station, Bob 106.9. But they moved it because it used to be called the Coastal Empire.
Questionable.
Yeah, which was like where everyone got shot.
Questionable.
Yeah, as soon as I got here, I think the fair was happening within the first couple months of when I moved here in 2014, and people told me like, "Yeah, you don't go to that."
I got the same heads up.
Yeah, they're like, "You don't belong there, man." I'm like, "All right, man, cool, good to know." There's going to be rides, games, food, and entertainment. The entertainment has pictures of pigs racing. So let's see. There's going to be a monster truck there. Pharaoh's Fury, the Ring of Fire, the Screamer, the Sizzler, the Skater, the Starship, the Tilt-A-Whirl, the Tornado, the Traffic Jam, the Wacky Worm, the Century Wheel, the Freak Out, the Matterhorn, the Vertigo, and the Speed.
The Wacky Worm.
And that's where I didn't even touch the wet boats, the puppy roll, the motorcycle jump, the flying Dumbo, or the train.
Damn.
Also teacups.
And teacups.
You know, in case you're wondering what you could see at the South Georgia State Fair. Once again, like 204-95, right across from where 9 Line is.
Right.
It's kind of where they're holding it this year.
That's cool. So speaking of rides, so Disney, I'm going to Disney in November and going to go to Hollywood Studios because I really want to do all the Star Wars stuff.
Yep.
So they used to have fast passes and stuff like that. You used to had to get in like a virtual queue to get in some of the like the Rise of the Resistance ride.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they've changed absolutely everything, and you have to pay for stuff now with fast passes.
What?
I know, it's stupid. But so a lot of places you pay like $100, you get the fast pass line or whatever.
Yeah.
Here you can do that for some rides. It's Disney. You can't do it for all rides. Other rides you pay individually per ride.
That is so fucking stupid.
And I'm going to totally do it because I want to get on Rise of the Resistance. It's $15. It'll be $30 for me and my wife to make sure we get on it.
That's ridiculous.
It's horrible, right? It's horrible. But I'm going to do it.
They're price gouging. I mean, like, if you buy a fast pass, it should apply to not just some of the rides.
It's some of them, yeah.
That's so fucking insane. It's all the Star Wars rides.
They split them up. One's on the fast pass, one's not.
Get out of here. I mean, Disney, you have enough money. What are you doing?
I know.
And no one's going to call them out about this? That's shit.
What?
How much? What was the ticket price to get into the park?
I don't remember.
$150 probably, right?
It's stupid, yeah.
And you're going what? 1 day or 2 days?
2 days.
2 days. Stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid, man.
You know what? I'm going to pay it.
Yeah, I know you are. Liquid says, book that shit in the morning, Kotter.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, they're switching everything up how they're doing. I mean, it switched like 2 days ago. They introduced this new app.
Yeah, that's stupid, man.
All right, we got about 30-ish seconds.
Rhett goes, but people, in parentheses, Kotter will pay it.
I'm in.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, man, you might as well. But still, good luck to you. Are you going to Epcot, or are you just going
We're
to
doing Magic Kingdom and
Hollywood? Gotcha.
Yep. Just got 2 days. We were just going to do one, but we're like, we got to go to Magic Kingdom, so we're going to do those. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Kotter and Marshall Show. It is time to dive in to some Marshall's music news.
So back in 2011, Silverchair went on an indefinite hiatus, and now singer Daniel Johns has talked more about never playing live again in a new interview. Now, he talked about the pressures of taking the band out on the road and his mental health when he was out there. He said, I consider it a pretty brave move because I gave up millions and there were possibilities endlessly just to be internally happy. It's good to feel as I do now, but it took me years and years and years of really heavy therapy. And if I didn't do that work, I don't think I'd be here. Now, he further continues to say, he goes, I was firm that Silverchair were not getting back together, but one of the other members kept saying, no, we're just on a break and we'll be back. And I was like, this is really starting to really affect my mental health because I'm saying that's it. And then someone else is saying, no, that's not it. It's a lie. And he goes, I just don't think I would get back with Silverchair. I don't think I'd get back together with him with a gun to my head or for $1 million. Maybe that was a little too harsh in hindsight, he says. Also, as he follows it up now, he says that the relationship with Silverchair is tricky. He goes, it's very accurate appraisal. He goes, it's not that I'm not proud of our work. I'm actually just really proud of the work in general. It's just emotionally triggering for me, and it still kind of burns. So I don't really understand why they have such a weird relationship with the other band members. There's only 3 of them in the band, so I don't know if Silverchair will ever get back together, but I'm a huge fan of Silverchair. Their early work, and even their album they put out, and I think in 2010, 2011, they went more of like a Coldplay sound.
Right.
And it worked really well for them, and I was bummed to hear that they just were going to take an indefinite hiatus. So you should definitely go check out Silverchair's last album, which I think was called The Color and Sound or something like that.
All right, here we go. Play some Silverchair off Frog Stomp. This is tomorrow. More of Marshall's music news coming up. Kotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right. Yes. Yeah, they were like, what, 16 when they came out?
Yeah.
I mean, super young. This is, I'm old guy radio now. I was like, I remember when Frog Stomp came out and we played it first.
I was way off on that song, the album title. I think I mixed that up, obviously, with the Foo Fighters. Young Modern was their last album, which came out in 2007.
What was their second one? A second one, Freak Show? Was that?
Freak Show was second. So it was Frog Stomp, Freak Show, Neon Ballroom. And then they put out Diorama in 2002. Then they put out, a best of, a live album, and then another live album called Across the Great Divide. So they technically have only put out 5 albums total, 5 full albums. They have a couple. They have a best of and 2 live albums.
I mean, even Freak Show, that second album, that was really, really good. See you later, Wanda. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it.
What happened to the lead singer of Silverchair? People also ask on Google. After recording Diorama, Johns was diagnosed with a rare but serious case of reactive arthritis.
Oh.
After treatment in L.A., he was able to tour with the band for Across the Night tour. Reports of the arthritic symptoms did not resurface after the completion of that tour. But, it was only a couple years later where he just put the kibosh on the entire band. So
wow. Okay.
That's obviously part of it.
Yeah.
He's went really weird. I don't know. I follow him on Instagram, Daniel Johns, and he got a tattoo that says dreams across the front of his neck.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right.
He's like pure blonde. He's really skinny. Like, he's a weird looking dude, but I think he actually just started a podcast as well. Daniel Johns, Yeah, do you see it?
Yep, there you go. Oh, it's not even a good tattoo.
Yeah, it's not a great tattoo.
Neck tattoos are very, I mean, if you got one, cool, but man, it's got to look good. It's got to look good.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's sketchy, it just doesn't work. That's sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
That's like he let me do that tattoo.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. And to pop it on the front of your neck, kind of, you beeline kind of towards someone's face, and that's like the first thing you see. You're like, yikes.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that, a neck tattoo. I think that's a little much for me.
He big time went like gang member look when he got out of Silverchair.
Yeah, I think the neck tattoo is a little much for me. I love the look of a hand tattoo, but I don't want to get one because, they're called job killers for a reason.
Yeah.
But I do, the way they look, I do like the look of a tattoo on a hand.
Yeah, I think when I don't know, I come to the point where I'm close to I can retire and stuff, I think I will get my knuckles tattooed.
Yeah.
I always liked that. I always thought that looked cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not a rock star, and I can't do that for a living.
I can cover everything I've got right now, so it's fine.
I could come in like I'm playing football for someone. Like, why do you have your fingers taped, sir? This is a job interview for Walmart. And I'm like, just, thought you maybe want me to rip open some boxes. Don't want paper cuts.
All right, we got less than a minute, guys.
We'll talk Rush right here. Talk about Neil Peart and a new scholarship in his name.
R.I.P.
He died?
Yes.
Never heard of him, actually, before I read this article.
Son of a bitch.
How do you say his last name? Peart?
Peart.
Peart?
Peart.
Peart? Peart? I always heard it as Peart.
Yeah, Canadian in Canada, it's Peart. Peart. A lot of people here pronounce it Pert.
Yeah.
You can say Pert. It's fine. I always said Pert until somebody said, well, technically, it's
I've
Peart.
never heard anyone not call him Pert.
It kind of became a thing after he died. All right, guys.
Wait till he died.
I know.
Yeah, geez.
We'll get it right now. All right, we'll be right back, guys. It's a good day when Marshall's Music News contains a story about Rush.
Yeah, this is a feel-good story. So there's not many of them, but this is definitely one of them. So in memory of Rush's drummer, Neil Peart, with the support of his family, Modern Drummer will present an up-and-coming drummer with the annual Neil Peart Spirit of Drumming Scholarship. Now, the scholarship was announced actually last year and will provide a recipient with 52 weeks of free drum lessons from world-class drum instructor Dom Famularo. I can't say his last name. I'm going to try. Famularo?
That sounded good.
Yeah, pretty close. Along with a one-year subscription to Modern Drummer All Access, plus a selection of classic Rush album releases from Universal Music Enterprises. Now, a qualified entrant is defined as someone who's a legal U.S. Citizen between the ages of 14 and 21, is not a professional musician, and is not a party to any sponsorship or entertainment contract that, in Modern Drummer's judgment, conflicts with the spirit of the scholarship. Now, if you want to enter for the Neil Peart Spirit of Drumming Scholarship, you go to moderndrummer.com. You got to fill out a form, upload a video of you drumming, and all submissions then need to be put in by November 26th.
Now, what if you suck at drumming, but you just want to learn? Can you enter?
I think so,
As
yeah.
long as you share yourself a video just being horrible?
I think as long as you have more arms than the dude from Def Leppard and the aptitude to want to drum, I think they would consider you.
All right, fair enough. I'm too old, right?
No, you just the one arm actually disqualifies.
All right, coming up next, one more story. We'll wrap up the show. It's Kotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Cotter's an amputee. Yeah, it's a fake arm. His right arm, which is mostly off camera, that's all fake.
Yeah.
But good for you. You sometimes fill in for Def Leppard, so you got that side gig. That's your side hustle.
Side hustle.
What's your side hustle? When the drummer of Def Leppard can't go, I'm just the guy. Why you? Well, just that one arm. They just like to keep it consistent.
It's a thing now.
Well, it can't back away from it.
No.
The drummer can't back away from anything. He's just got the one arm. All right, new details on new music from Slash coming up with our final break of the hour, and that wraps up Thursday's wonderful, massive, almost too big show. We need to make sure we make notes on doing top demon songs for next week.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Devil songs, demon songs.
Yeah, I think you can open it up. Yeah.
Yeah. We also need to create a song called Spicy Jizzy Sauce for Mac. Did I tell you what happened after the show yesterday?
No.
So we got done with the show, and I use my cell phone to call listeners for prizes.
Yeah.
And everyone's really respectful that I've come into, and the ones who aren't, I just block.
Yeah.
If they, for some reason, text me at weird times or text me and try to talk to me like outside of the stuff they won.
Right.
So I had a listener text me, "Hey, Marshall, have a spicy jizzy sauce day." And that was it.
That's very funny.
And that was the best thing that
That's
happened
great.
yesterday. So that was very, very funny. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the spicy jizzy sauce, go back to yesterday's show and just like fast forward about 3 hours and 30 minutes into it.
Yeah.
The final 20 minutes of the show, Mac joined us after Chicks on Dudes. And I think I commented on something. And
said jizzy, or you said,
I said the word jizzy, I think.
and she didn't like it.
And she didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then somehow it turned into Kotter and I chanting spicy jizzy sauce to end the show.
Liquid, thank you very much for recognizing that. Congrats on almost making a full work
Well,
week.
I mean, we could just call off tomorrow.
Horde is proud of both of you.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could just call off tomorrow, which would be kind of us to do.
It would be totally us.
Hey, we don't really care for Fridays. Not our number one day to work. We talked about it. I prefer to have Fridays off.
4-day work week?
Yeah.
Anytime.
What's the country that does the 4-day work week?
An awesome one.
Yeah, genius. Oh, let me look it up. Another episode of Marshall Google something. What country does a 4-day? Yep, that's it. I know there's one of them that does. Oh. Gambia. Gambia. A 4-day work week was introduced by public officials by President Yahya Jammeh, effective February 2013.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how many people work more than 40 hours a week as is?
Yeah.
At 5 days a week. I mean, it's not like you're going to be working less hours, but you just get that an additional day off would be awesome.
Japan this year, the Japanese government announced a plan to achieve a better work-life balance across the nation. As part of the new economic policy guidelines, employees can opt to work 4 days instead of 5. I would 100% of the time opt to work 4 days.
Yeah, I agree. But, I mean, do we record a show? Because we are in an industry where, I mean, it is, it's not like we could rotate out. Most businesses, you can rotate stuff out. It's not like everybody gets the same 3 days off, to make up for it. So there's somebody always there. I don't know. It'd be tough for us. We'd have to pre-record a show. So we have to double up. I don't know. That's more work.
The only thing that I guess we really could do is we could leave early on Fridays if we replay our first hour.
Oh, there you go.
And there's some morning shows that do that. There's some morning shows that are on from 6 to 11, or they'll go on from 5 to 11, and they'll actually just replay their last hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours,
right,
or their first and the last.
Yeah, I mean, you get a different batch of listeners.
Charles says, I've tried for years to get my guys to go to 410s. My main crew always bucks because they live in Effingham and don't want to leave and get home at dark. Are they, what are they, werewolves or vampire? What's going on? I would, heartbeat, dude.
I would do
10s.
it.
I would do 10s.
Oh, I mean, I'm already doing 10s anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just I can in a heartbeat. I do in a heartbeat.
But also, we don't do manual labor. So I guess
that
Charles,
is true.
Yeah,
that's fair. No, trust me.
Extra 2 hours of manual labor.
Trust me.
But to have an extra full day to recover from all the manual labor instead of having to get up that fifth day, damn it. Raven Dante says 410s are great, and that is 3-day weekend is amazing. So Raven Dante's, you work 410s, right? My wife works 4 days a week.
That's true. She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, a dental hygienist. She works Monday through Thursday. They have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And, I mean, I don't even think she really works 10 hours a day. I mean, she goes to work she's at work at 8:30. Their first clients are in at 9, and then she gets home. I think their last client comes in at 4, and at 5 they have to clean up and do all this stuff. So she gets home closer to 6. So
yeah,
I mean, still, it's pretty damn good.
Chris Wagner, 4-day work week is the future.
I need it,
dude. I'd be all about it.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, it's you'll get pushback because you'll get that you'll get that crazy boss that just work his life. I'm here 70 hours a week. You need to be here 70 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, no, I don't.
Yeah, the one good thing about A-Dub, I will say this, is the first thing that A-Dub said to us when he came here, he's like, guys, if you are doing your job, I don't care if you take off early, if you got a doctor's appointment and just don't feel like coming back in. He's like, as long as your stuff's covered, leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
And he's been great about letting us kind of work our own schedules and how we go about that.
Yeah.
Charles says, plus one of my guys, the heavy drinker, will be shaking bad after 8.1 hours. Whoops. Raven says, it sucks in the summer because of the heat, and in the winter you leave before the sun comes up and get home after the sun goes down, but that's the third day off. It's great to get shit done. Yeah, absolutely.
What would you do with the third day? I mean, would you just be like, I'm not doing anything. This is me day.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk for my wife here. I mean, usually Fridays are the day that she'll do like any appointments. Like she has a doctor's appointment that she has to do.
Yeah, there you go.
But generally, it's a lot of the Fridays, she's just sitting around the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, what'd you do all day? She's like, well, I went outside.
I looked at some butterflies.
And I looked at the butterflies in the backyard for a while, and I'm like, 8 hours? She's like, pretty much. Get rid of daylight savings, too. Couldn't agree more.
Yep,
that needs to be permanently gone. That's the
down
dumbest
with that.
shit ever.
Permanent summertime. Keep selling. Yep, I agree. Liquid, I like boobies. Cool.
All right, I think he just texts the wrong people vets.
I don't know.
I think he just hit accidentally didn't realize what he was messaging. But hey, man, everyone likes boobies. Literally everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to hear a fart but not smell it, and everyone likes boobies.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, always hilarious, never, and awesome, same time. Both things.
Nudie Magazine Day, according to Raven Dantes. Respect that.
I respect that. Which part of that do you respect?
All of it. We got under a minute. Final break of the day.
So I just Googled Nudie Magazine Day in Google, and everything came up for Billy Madison. Apparently, Nudie Magazine Day was a big thing in Billy Madison. There's even a T-shirt that you can buy.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I think, wasn't it like him and Norm Macdonald were looking at, Norm Macdonald and his other friend was looking at nudie magazines? I think, I kind of remember that.
Obviously, we don't. Y'all don't remember that? Nope.
It's at the very beginning. I totally glazed over that, man.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Final break. All right, before we get out of here one more time, Marshall's music news.
So tomorrow should be an interesting day because The River is Rising. No, not literally. The new single from Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators will be released. Now, just yesterday, a 33-second teaser was released on their social media, and Slash states that this was the first time that we actually did all the guitars, bass, and drums live at the same time and kept all of those tracks. And we also did the vocals live as well. Miles Kennedy went on to say this one's pretty much a live record from my standpoint. You're just trying to kind of document where you are at that point in your life and do it in an authentic way. So don't really have any details on this new Slash record other than that we're getting the first single tomorrow, once again, called The River is Rising. If we hopefully get enough time, we'll be able to share it with you during the morning show.
All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, Beer for Breakfast, joined in studio by Chris Moody, owner of Mood Rights. And over yonder, he's bringing a couple beers and his dog.
First ever dog on the live stream. So if you want to check us out for the first time ever, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, do it tomorrow, 9 a.m., Beer for Breakfast, our first ever dog.
Like it. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. As always, we appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Rock 106.1.
All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging with us this morning. Boop to all of you. Boop, 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 boop. And make sure to save some of your boops today because we're going to have a dog in studio. All the virtual boops to the future dog joining us tomorrow morning. We'll see you then at 6 a.m. we're starting?
Yeah.
So damn early.
We'll be there.